Hello, YouTube. Sorry I'm running late. Had to deal with a couple things, but how are you all? You might notice on the screen, we have something a little bit special today. Viewer Morrigan made this for Shining Force 3. So this is everything that happened in Chapter 1. So if we're going to do this, though, we probably have to do it right, huh? Let me make it bigger so people on mobile can see, and we'll scroll a little bit. There we go. So, last time on Shining Force 3, what did we do? We started at the mobile moving city Saraband and went north into the mountains of Bulzome. We saw... Oh, is that lagging? Oh no, my music started lagging. Let me fix it. Okay, it wants to start over, but that's fine. So we started at Saraband, went north through the Bulzome Mountains. We met the monks of Bulzome, and they're pretty serious. We saw the Destonian Empire getting really upset with us. They came out to kind of harass us. But we are in hot pursuit of Emperor Domeric, who has been kidnapped by the Bulzome monks. We are the Republic of Aspinia. Let's see. On the right there, you've got our Shining Force thus far. Symbios, Dentares, Mascarin, who is always dead, of no fault of my own, I'm sure. Grace, Hayward, and now O'Bright. We join our heroes as they go into Railhead to get on the train. How's that? Thank you again, Morrigan, for making that. We also are going to get one more quick shout out. Let me pull it up real fast. I've got it bookmarked here. I didn't tell him I'm doing this, so I hope that's okay. Frequent viewer Jebister also is making an SRPG that looks like a Shining Force style spiritual successor. So here's a link in the chat to the itch page. It's got a demo that you can go play while you're listening to this video. So go do that. And make sure you give feedback to him. He's in the Nihil Discord, and he also has his own Discord that is linked at that same link. So go support Jebister as he makes a game. Without further ado, Shining Force 3. Oh, it paused again. I was like, why is it not moving? If I click off, it pauses. Just how Chinese switches work. I'm tempted to watch the opening again, because I have only seen it once, but I won't put y'all through that. Got our wizard here. Oh, he's always asleep? I thought it was just because it was my first time booting it. Continue. I don't even know how I made a second save. Even if you do not know what is waiting for you ahead, the important thing is that you do your best, Symbios, okay? Elbisome speed. And Teodrin will be joining us shortly. Chapter 2, The Cross-Continental Railway. Of course I start, and then my phone starts going off. Let me move that. Alright, so we open with one of these camera pans again. Got our little conductors. It looks like one of our force members is talking to them. Yeah, here she comes. Oh, I need to be in the call as well real quick so Tiadrin can actually show up. There we go. I guess that's our little makeshift base. What took you so long, Grace?
I was trying to confirm the arrival time of the train at the station, but it came while I was there.
I can't do the voice quite as good as Tiadrin does, but I'll do my best. That honestly looks really good. By the way, Master Gabriel's wizard guy original name is Ishikut. It's a reference. Reference to what? I did know that, though, because Neutral told me that forever ago. I think that's while we were doing the video on Shining Force: The Curse of Xeon. Oh, did you see the locomotive?
Darn, that's why I told you I wanted to go with you, Grace. That huge thing actually moves. I saw it with my own eyes, but I still can't believe it.
Since we can't find the Proton army, we must find our own way to the Republic. Maybe the train. I think that's a great idea. We should definitely get on the train. If this is your first time tuning in, Synbios is a silent protagonist in this route only, so I am voicing him. Since Tiadrin isn't here, should I tell you how many things to find there are in Railhead? Not yet. Let me look around for a little while, and we'll see. I'll ask, though, before we move on.
Speaking of the Proton army, do we know where they are?
They were ambushed by the Imperial General Garzel's army. I think it's the first time we've heard of him. Right now, they're still in battle, so they can't help us. General Garzel is a good leader. Even General Proton must be having trouble facing him on the battlefield. The strategy of the Empire has been remarkable. It seems like they always know where we're heading next. Seems we have some time before the train's departure. Might be a good idea to learn about locomotives. Why don't you go take a good look, Synbios? Reminds me of the Powell Prairie from Shining Force 1. Oh, you too, Lord Synbios? Only you and Grace get to see the train? Alright then, you can go too. It's an anagram, kinda? Anagram of what? Just add an ooh-woo after every use of the word you, and you'll be fine with Grace's voice. Okay, I will make sure to do that. Because the Proton army is fighting against the Imperial army, there are no Imperial troops in our vicinity. I hope we won't have to deal with them, at least till after we get on this train safely. Blech. Is there anything you wish? Yeah, what do you have to say? Listen, Synbios, constant learning will help shape the future leader of the Republic. Why don't you go inspect the train and explore, but don't leave town. Okay.
The engine is powered by steam, right? It can pull so many huge cars. Wow, so this is technology, ooh-woo.
Nya, rar. General Proton is drawing Garzel's army away from us. How brave. He decided to become a decoy for us. General Proton is a great general. I wish there was some way to help him. I've traveled around the world, so I'm not interested in Railhead, but since you grew up in the Republic, there may be many things here that can amuse you. You should explore the entire town. Oh, we'll do that. It's an anagram for Takahashi. Takahashi. Oh, and that's the artist, right? Alright, we'll start with you, I guess. Huh. Finally finished unloading all the cargo. Alright, I'm gonna go get a drink at the bar. Can I look at the cargo? No? Okay. What's this? Shop? The next train from Dystonia has gifts for Governor Garvin. Oh my, I must take care of it personally. Many people in this town have jobs related to the railroad, but almost no one has actually ridden on the train. I believe you can get aboard the train if you hide amongst the cargo, but I'm too scared to try. So what you're saying is look for people amongst the cargo. Can I not search that at all? Really? No. Okay. Oh, here's the conductors. Although there are only 2 trains departing here each day, there are an awful lot of people working here. The reason the train fare is so extremely expensive must be because of the staggering labor cost. I see. Symbios inspects the shelf. It's pitch dark inside. I can totally see that's not true. But okay. Most of the railroad workers are somehow connected to Governor Garvin, but no one from Quonis works here. How did Garvin, the old governor of Quonis, acquire the steam engine? No one really knows the truth. Symbios opens the chest and finds the Blue Ruins map. Okay. So, Hiroyuki Takahashi is the director, I think? Plus also Shugo Takahashi? Ah, I see. And thusly does Railhead experience early-stage capitalism. Well, if you make it too expensive, then it's just revenue you're not going to get. I'm making a list of the things I've found, so that if Teodrin gets here while I'm still exploring, we know the answer to that question. Or if Justin ends up needing to fill me in on how many things there are to find. I'm determined, like, I'm not determined to find everything. If it's just too tough, I will just move on. But, I want to at least give it a shot. General Pradhan versus General Garzel. Oh, that's one spectacular battle. I'm rooting for the Republic, but within Imperial territory, the Imperial Army will likely pull out the victory due to sheer numbers. I can't get by you? No, that seems intentional. What you got over there? Oh, they obscured it really well, whatever's back there. I gotta remember to come back there.
Hey, mister, my father's a locomotive engineer. Mister, aren't you surprised? Usually everyone is amazed when they hear he controls the train. You must be a really important person. Anyone who's not impressed by an engineer must be super rich.
Fun dialogue. I'm regretting going to Espinia to do some business. It's no wonder the Republic is so poor. As long as they distribute the harvest evenly, there's no incentive for the people to work. So many don't. And thus does Railhead experience more early-stage capitalism. Hey, can you see the smoke from the train? No matter how many times I see it, it never ceases to amaze me.
Grandpa likes the locomotive smoke. If you ask me, I hate it when my laundry gets covered in soot when a train goes by.
Good ways to block this area off. That looks like, the way those crates are distributed, I feel like that's going to be battle. Who let an engineer write that NPC? Send him back to the basement where they belong. I fully get what you mean. I don't have a joke to follow that up. Other than, I didn't know engineers could write outside of math. I don't know. I got nothing. More like the Republic is experiencing early-stage socialism. I just meant they were looking at that and being like, it sucks. So they're trying to explore other things.
My husband can't let go of the past, so he gripes every day. However, I hear the rumor about Garvin is true.
Oh, what rumor?
The railroad put me out of business. I was a big-time merchant for the Empire. Governor Garvin is a truly hideous person. Rumor has it that he exchanged a whole town to a demon for the steam engine technology.
We haven't seen any demons yet. I'm cautious of the cult of Bulzome. Also, do you guys know the definition of cult? I kind of hate it. The definition of cult is like a religious belief that few people believe. The last time I checked, that was it. So I was like, cult has such negative connotations, to just put that on, religious beliefs that few people share, I thought was so strange.
I took a trip on a train once. I still remember. Everything was so wonderful. Now I can die happy. Our house was only worth one-way tickets. But the station chief did us a favor and we rode back for free. Oh, okay, goodness. So it's like the cost of a house to ride the train.
The station chief's house used to be mine. I sold the house so I could ride on the train. Now I live in this tiny place.
Okay, I get it being expensive. I don't get it being that expensive. I mean, Christianity was a cult once. I mean, by that definition, most things were. It's crazy. Because to me, like, a cult has to have a, like, for my own personal definition, which I'm still working on, it's still not perfect, but I think there has to be an element that you're not able to leave. That's kind of like what makes a cult to me. Because anything that you can just walk away from freely, to me, doesn't fit the nature of what the word has kind of taken on, the meaning that the word has kind of taken on. I really think it's a luxury that we can spend our lives watching the trains. That's a special privilege.
Although the railroad goes through my town, it doesn't mean much since I can't ride it.
Well, it should be bringing a lot of trade, then, unless something else is being moved.
Whenever a train goes by, it makes a lot of noise and the ground shakes. There's really nothing good about it.
It has since changed. It's religious veneration and devotion devoted to a particular figure or object. So most religions are technically cults by that definition, except polytheistic ones. Yeah, see, like, that also is, like, not a very good definition. Because to me, it has such a negative connotation that I think it should kind of fit... The meaning should fit that, I think.
I've been unloading the train for a long time, and I've learned a few secrets. Saraband, aside from transporting food and goods, is also involved in smuggling weapons. I'm sure some of the boxes held weapons.
Okay. Smuggling them to who? Where? I mean, it's gotta be the Empire or the Republic, but... Maybe that's why the Empire just let them go? Maybe that's how they paid for it? Like, they'd make them weapons?
I've been on the train before. You're surprised, right? It was for work, but what was strange? We unloaded some cargo in the middle of nowhere, and the Republican Army was there to get it.
Maybe not. Maybe it's both. Not sure. The number 2 definition does, a relatively small group of people having religious beliefs or practices regarded by others as strange or sinister. But even that is still not negative. That's just people think that they are strange or sinister. It has nothing to do with what they're actually doing, which I think is the important thing. Well, hello there.
Today is my day off. Because of the constant physical labor, just about every part of my body hurts.
Ouch. Oh. I'm surprised that I was able to talk to him from that angle. Okay. I just started back at the gym too, so I fully resonate with that guy. Alright, so we've done that whole building. Let's do the... Okay, not that one. The door is locked. I didn't do these buildings, so we'll do these real quick. I'm assuming shops? Yeah, because there's even, like, much more mainstream religions that I would look at, and, like, offshoots, maybe, and I would be like, oh, that's kind of strange. But, like, I don't mean anything negative by it, so I don't know, I'm like, that to me should not be like, you know, you're in a cult, because I think it's a little odd. A power onk. Who does... Can't equip... Okay, who... Masquerade and Grace. Okay. And it looks like it lets you cast Tornado. So let's give that to Grace. Oh. Okay, maybe we sell one of Grace's things, and then we do that. I'm not sure if that's an accessory or a weapon, but we'll figure it out. Oops. Okay, deals. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Okay, it's a weapon. Grace starts off with a weapon level with Onks already, by the way. Interesting. And there's no reason to... I know y'all said last time that, like, there's a reason to commit to things like swords. But is there a reason to commit to something like stabs? Because I'm not going to be swinging with them a whole lot, so it shouldn't totally matter, I don't think. Wooden arrow, assault shell. Bronze claw. Counter +4. Who? Okay, nobody can use that, so we're gonna get somebody that can. I assume. Is that any better for Obright? No, that's what he's got. Symbiose is just what Symbiose has. So all this has done is add, I think, a couple more. Steel sword, iron blade. Is that a sword? It's slightly worse than what we have. Gonna say no. I don't think there's a reason to change stuff then. We have gloves too, so I'm wondering if we're gonna get a Master Monk or something. It'd be weird to get one this early. Weapon levels also boost magic. I see. Don't forget you have storage with Benetrum. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I did forget that. Because we can store that other Ruins map now. I didn't check that guy's stash behind the desk. I know I should go back and do that, so I will do that. Because y'all told me there can be stuff hidden in these at times. If you need supplies for a long journey, you've come to the right place. I know there might be haggles in this as well. So, oh, I didn't check your dresser. Nothing. Okay. We go see if we can haggle with that guy. I would really consider the long-range secondary weapons. Up to you, obviously. Oh, I did forget that. Play all the games. Morrigan here. Woo, Chapter 2. Well, welcome. I showed your thing at the beginning. Thank you again for making that, this thing. I really like it. Okay, let me check his box, because I didn't check his box. Oops. Okay. And then we'll try a couple times. Oh. His hitbox is pretty big. Okay, I don't think there's anything in that box. We'll try a couple times and see if we get any haggles or anything. Because it's odd to me we're at the next town and we don't have any weapon upgrade choices. Oh, I gotta re-pull up chat. There we go. Oh yeah, it's very helpful. Because they just throw so many names at you. Knife for Synbio, Spear for Dontares, and Hatchet for Obright. I would be more tempted if I had been, like, one short a lot. But so far I haven't at all. Really. That just hasn't been an issue. I'm gonna try 4 more times. For a haggle. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm gonna assume there's maybe not one. And I'll keep thinking about the weapon thing. There are a lot of names, but it's so satisfying when it finally clicks. Yeah, which Morgan's thing's definitely helping with. You're from the Republic? I recommend buying a new wardrobe in Railhead. You'll look like a new man. Oh, I did forget to check armor.
Glad you're not a bum. Or a monk. Just the other day, a man claiming to be an Elbison monk barged in here. I thought monks never traveled alone. He was looking for a boy wearing a monk's robe.
Sounds like we need to find that boy first. Oops. Yeah, so far I feel like I'm understanding. Oh, hello. I didn't see you. You're kind of lurking.
It's almost time for my train to the Empire to leave. I'm doing business in Dystonia. I can't afford to miss it.
Door is locked. Buy squared. That's funny.
Almost every visitor to Railhead is blown away by the locomotive and wants to go for a ride. Sadly, the train's primary purpose is trade, so there are very few passenger cars. That's why the fare is so high.
I'm just confused. It's coming to Railhead to trade, but the people of Railhead can't afford to ride the train because it's so expensive. I'm just like, even if it's really expensive, the fact that, like, there's not many trains across the continent, I guess, these guys should be in the best path possible for trade. So they should have more money than the average person, but looking at them, they don't seem to. So is this your first time in Railhead? Do you like it? Yeah, I'm suspicious, though. I'm glad you like it. Now that I live in this clean, modern town, I never want to leave. You're also kind of lurking.
Don't blindly follow your dreams without thinking first. I was an Imperial soldier, but came here because I liked locomotives. The only job an unskilled man like me can get is loading and unloading trains.
Well, never give up on your dreams. Maybe you can learn to... I almost said fly it. Maybe you can learn to drive the train. They said there were people in these at times, and the fact that I can get through here really makes me suspicious that there's a secret here. Okay, we're coming back to that. Who owns the train? Pop quiz. The governor. Garvin? I think? Yeah, y'all are free to quiz me whenever you want. Alright, you look like a party member. We're gonna talk to you here in a sec.
I earn a lot of gold unloading trains, but because I keep drinking like this, I can never save any.
Well, that'll do it.
Cargo to be loaded on the train is held in a storage building past the railroad crossing west of the station. Nobody's there except at arrival or departure times. I guess it'd be a good target for bandits.
Can you imagine going to the bar and meeting somebody for the first time and striking up a conversation like, how you doing tonight, man? Oh, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I work at this company that moves tons and tons of valuables, and we just leave the doors open. You could just go rob it. There's only people there, like, during business hours, but, like, you could just go. Like, any bandit could just go and, like, steal it. Like, what a crazy thing to just say to somebody.
We don't really care if the Republic and Empire battle. Even if the Empire lost and the Republican government ruled the area, our quality of life wouldn't improve. It's all the same regardless. Ah, he has taken the black pill, I see. I see you're from the Republic. With all the lousy soil in the Republic, it's no wonder the people are so poor. The Empire has fertile soil, but with the high taxes, it's not much different.
Alright, we searching over here. Very good. Hey, okay, cool. I've got some lore stuff to talk about tonight as well, but I'm kind of waiting till Taya shows up to get into that. Oh, can I not talk to you from across the bar? I've had a similar conversation when I did hospital security. They wouldn't let me lock the front door, so anyone could, and sometimes did, just waltz in and make trouble. You know, I wouldn't think that a hospital would need super tight security, but I don't know. Maybe I'd be surprised. Do you know of the Vandals? You, I think, are another protagonist. I think you're number 3. Let's pretend I don't know much about the Vandals, because I don't, really. They ruled about 1,000 years ago. Think of them as the supreme evil supernatural beings. A country to the west called Inrik was almost destroyed because of them. 10 years have passed since then. Oh! Hey, look at that! Alright, I'm writing that down as well, because that's, like, a really important thing. Lore. Guy in bar says Enric, or I guess it's Julian. I can say Julian for Teodrin's notes, which I hope he will share with me when he's done. Julian in bar says Enric was almost destroyed by Vandals. And yes, as Serious Lil says, that is Shining the Holy Ark. Enric was almost destroyed by Vandals 10 years ago. Destroyed, not destoried. Did he say anything else? Like, I didn't realize that was going to be that important. The Vandals ruled about 1,000 years ago. The Vandals ruled about 1,000 years ago. So I'm curious about that as well. Also that he says that's Enric is to the west. Enric, comma, to the west. So that kind of tells us geography too. Alright, cool, cool. What if I said yes, I do know of the Vandals? I'm surprised you know about them. So do you also know the tale of the 1,000-Year Kingdom? More lore. No? The Vandals created a kingdom 1,000 years ago. They ruled humankind with terror and despair until one day, light blazed from the sky and they suddenly vanished. The Vandals then went into hibernation. Okay, this is what we saw on the wall in Shining the Holy Ark. Okay, so let's say yes. I'm impressed. I don't know where you learned it, but the people of Espinia seem well educated. It's been 1,000 years since the Vandals vanished. More and more signs of the Vandal revival are appearing. Alright. This has gotta have a little goodie in here, surely. Surely we don't have storage rooms without things in them. Does Julian's name ring a bell, other than when you named him in the beginning? That he's the Pope from Flame Dragon Knights? Is that what we're talking about? I suspect he is the protagonist of Part 3. Or Scenario 3. That I can get into a lot of little crawl spaces in this game that I am kind of surprised by, and I feel like every other Shining game would be like, oh, there's a secret there. Not quite, but yes, that too. If not, then I'll wait to tell you for a bit. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember if he... Oh, there's stairs here. Maybe I can do those in a little bit. My boss gets that way when he's drinking. He kind of just speaks whatever he's thinking. Our chief, Sharath, has warned him over and over, but he keeps taking his breaks at the bar. Oh, so y'all are with the bandit guy. Just as I thought. No, Imperial Army. So the cargo hold is... You aren't listening. If you were, forget it. Chicken, you'd hate to die. But... Okay, yeah, they're gonna steal the cargo. Which seems like it's weapons, so... But Sharath maybe is not our enemy. It's an SRPG, and it's not Chapter 1 anymore, so we may not have to fight off bandits. Did I go in these houses already? I'm not sure. Oh, you'd be surprised, especially in long-term care where I worked. People's families show up and get rowdy about how the care is, druggies show up trying to steal meds, it's a mess. That's sad. Because of the train, a massive amount of cargo can be transported. It's a technological wonder. However, the savings never reach the commoners, but only allow the rich to prosper further. Is this the future? Okay, so that kind of hints more at what I was suspecting was going on as I try to rob this woman. Ha! Everybody. Well, she does have the nicest house, so that's something. But I feel bad. Oh, it's weird that I can turn the camera while my, like, thing is up. I didn't realize that. Hello, sir. Governor Garvin promised great things from a rail system through here, so I, as village chief, led him. But the only people who are prospering are the railroad workers and Saraband. I shouldn't have allowed it. So Saraband is part of this arrangement too, huh? Good to know, good to know. I think that's all there. This looks like the church. Ignore that I disappeared for a second there. In Railhead, no one even thinks about coming to church except me. I think it's because the town has become so rich. But thanks to the prosperity, I can come here while skipping out on my job at the station. My lost lamb, I'm glad you have come. What can I help you with? Is anybody poisoned? Do you wish for something else? Yes. Do I need to revive anyone? No. Okay. Save for me, please. Yes. Old man's talking a lot of victimhood for a guy with a 2-story house. Well, he's the village chief. Like, I get that he has more money, but I understand that he also, like, seems to care about his people. Oops. It makes sense to me. He cut a deal that he seemingly should not have cut. Because, yeah, I'd probably cut the same deal if somebody was like, we'll add a train, it'll be great, it'll bring prosperity to all your citizens. It's like, yeah, let's do it. But then if, you know, a couple years out, none of them saw that, I'd be like, everyone revived and is healed up status at the end of each chapter. Oh, okay, that's good to know, in case I ever do actually want to Iron Man this. Okay, let's give him the old map. And I think that's all we need to deposit for right now. I don't think we have any... Okay, that's the new map. What is this again? We need to give these to somebody. Let's do that right now. So Symbios has the Battle Bracer. You have, like, tons of... You know what? We're giving that to Mascarin. Because she dies a lot. Yes. Cool, cool. Now we also have the Protect Bracer. Haywood also takes hits. I think that's good for now. And we probably will not keep those on those characters forever. Do you intend to use the healing drops, the fairy tier, etc.? No, probably not. Well, maybe. Because that's the... Oh, well, the potion, let's deposit the potion. We're not using that, for sure. Not for a little bit. That's going to be late game. The healing drop, maybe. He has a lot of HP, and if he gets that low, possibly. Power Wine and Health Bread. You know what? Not yet. Soon, I think, but not yet. I still don't know what the flowers are for either, so we're going to hang on to those. Goddess tier, very possibly. We'll do the healing drop for now, too. We'll get them new items before we get back into battle. But yeah, I don't think that most of our characters have enough health to justify those bigger healing items yet. And I've said I might do like an Iron Man of this at some point. I have no idea. Teodrian and I were debating if that was feasible. Because unlike the Fire Emblem games, these are not totally designed for you to Iron Man them. So sometimes it is kind of like, but can you though? SF2's going well so far though. My husband's on duty. He's none other than the chief of the train station. He might as well be mayor. Hello again, the Chud King. I bought this game when it came out, and the other two scenarios are still my white whale. Yeah, so far I only own scenario 1 and 2. I'll have to get 3 before we get to it. On eBay, they're not too much, like 40-ish bucks. It's not cheap, but it's not like 200, you know? So it's doable. Madam is kind and good at heart, but I wish she'd stop bragging about her husband's occupation. Now her son has started to talk like her and it's driving me up the wall. I think I'm going crazy. It just reminds me of the mom from that show Everybody Hates Chris. I watched that growing up. You know, she's constantly, my man has 2 jobs. Great show. I think the, like, best friend from that show is now a video game voice actor, too. Synbios opens the treasure chest. He finds the large mithril. Okay. We go put that with the king. My dad is none other than the chief of the train station. Even Governor Garvin visits here. I see. And I will write down and add the large mithril to the list. I think once you know the whole story and events, an Iron Man could work. Well, yeah, I don't really Iron Man anything my first playthrough. I know some people really enjoy that, but that's just not quite my speed. Okay, we're done here. Have you found one of those ruins yet? I did find a ruin map. Make sure not to hint at what I still have to find, though. I don't want to know too much. I know I'm being super anal about that, but that's just how this playthrough's gonna be. There are a lot of goods in Railhead. If the guards around town leave to fight, I'm worried bandits will attack. They're already here, man. They're at the bar right now. Okay, we did all that. Did we talk to you? I don't like the town of Railhead. Everyone here only cares about gold, and no one ever wants to play with me. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's talk to you guys. Did you folks already buy your tickets? No. I guess it doesn't matter since you're still young, but when you travel on the train, before you know it, your legs and back will get weak, and you'll have a body that can't perform. Thank you for selling me on that product. What?
The cargo train that just arrived is bound for Dystonia, the imperial capital. A train bound for the Aspinian Republic is scheduled to arrive here a little later. It's running on time, so please be patient.
Okay, I'm gonna give the king our mithril. We're gonna restock on items. And then we're gonna try to leave out the front door, because he specifically asked me not to. So we're gonna see if I can do that. I think that's the only thing we found that we need to... Yeah, okay. They're a great way to get unique equipment and minor spoiler. I don't want minor spoilers. Don't tell me anything. I'm really like, I only get to play this totally blind once, so don't tell me anything. Normally, I let people backseat just fine. I just don't want to do that this time. So I know it's a weird change, but I think this was the item shop. Was that some kind of innuendo? For you, maybe. Not that. I don't know if it was for everybody. No, just kidding. Alright, let's buy medical herbs again for people. I do feel like health is... Like, I don't normally buy a bunch of medical herbs in Shining games. So, like, the fact that I'm doing that here does make me feel like this game might be a little harder. Which is fine. Because, like, we are actually going through them. Or it could just be I'm trying to avoid deaths harder. Okay. I want to leave... I'm good with leaving a couple of spots. Cool, cool. Alright, let's go try and get out the front gate. Lord Symbios, have you forgotten? Benetrim told us not to leave town. Let's just explore the town for now. Okay. When you tell me I can't do something, I do have to go try. I think that's just because it's a blind playthrough? I don't know what you're talking about. This game would be harder if not for the triggered special attacks. Absolutely. I mean, it seems like they take the place of crits. So I've got to talk to you. If you've already bought a ticket, you're welcome inside the station. There's no need to be shy. Please feel free to enter any time. I don't think we did buy a ticket yet. Alright, before I move on, have I found... I don't want you to tell me where it is, or what there is to find. Have I found all of the things that are in Railhead that I can access before I go into the station? So far, we found the Blue Ruins map, and the big, Mithril. They're way better than crits. Yeah, they do seem to be. I think they're just kind of borrowing that concept as well from Shining the Holy Ark, which is really interesting to think about, that, like, they do stuff, like, the Shining series is so interesting. Chud King, make sure you don't say what there is to find. I'll put you in timeout if you can't follow the directions. I did already find Julian. But I specifically said, don't tell me what there is to find. But Justin and Sirius Lil have said, not yet. There's another thing to find here. So, the first thing I'm going to do is revisit the spots that I was, like, really not sure about. He's still here. Hey, lucky loser, it's going pretty good. Okay, this was a spot that I was like, it's pretty obscure, excellent. Because I want to see if I can figure out these things, like, put myself in the headspace of somebody who, you know, bought this when it came out. And this is the only game they have. Because I've had Shining Force 2 fans tell me they found, like, the, I think it's the, like, Pegasus promotion item on the wall that there's no indication is there. Oops. So I'm like, I'm only going to get one chance to, like, do stuff like that. So I want to see. I've not been searching all of the trees. I want to see if I could figure out some of these things. Is there a secret door for a house? Pegasus Wing is a classic. Yeah, I never, like, that... I can see there's a little path there to the top left. Do y'all see that? I don't know that that's relevant, but it's there. No. Okay. I was like, can I use my sword? Do I have to use sword on crate? But it seems like no. It's just so difficult because the slightest incorrect camera angle will result in something not being found when something is actually there. Yeah, for sure. And I've said if I search something and there actually is something there, feel free to be like, I don't know why I didn't give it to you, but like that you did properly look at the thing. Like, I'm fine with wiggle room on that. Examining everything in a town, JRPG classic. I really like it, honestly. Where they put the Pegasus Wing makes sense, but it's way after the earliest point where you need the promotion, unlike the other promo items. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like... I know Teodrin got upset, like, that they put it in a spot, maybe that has no indication. There's just not even a hint. This one is particularly bad with the camera angle. It's not relevant, but the X, Y, and Z buttons have camera controls. I did figure that out last time. I just kind of like where the camera defaults to most of the time. Unless that's... Okay, so that's not relevant. I was like, maybe that's a hint. Don't blindly follow your dreams without thinking first. Is he giving me a hint? The only job an unskilled man like me can get is loading and unloading trains. No. Okay, so, yeah, I can, like, zoom out there. Which weirdly doesn't give me... Zooming out does not give me a better view of that path. That's kind of odd. Probably intentional. Pakalon is the right area because it's the Centaur town? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. I've wondered, though, if the, like, Pegasus Knights in the Shining universe, like, are a different race, or are they the same as Centaurs? That your Centaurs can promote into them tells me that, like, maybe they're the same? But, I don't know, I worry, I wonder about that. Kind of same with the Dragon Men and Dragonoots, like, being different things, or, like, dragons and Dragonoots. You know, did Blue and Elliot have, like, a beef, or did their people have a beef? Sometimes they're just artifacts they forgot to remove, too. Could be. But I am, like, a Shining lore nut, so I just want to read into things. I'm looking outside a bunch right now, and then I'm probably going to go back inside and start looking, because the area in the bar I also found extremely sus. Maybe they're, like, ascended centaurs? I don't know. Does Jaro or Yarrow seem like an ascended centaur? Like, I feel like not. Plus, like, the enemy have a bunch of, Pegasus Knights in, like, Shining Force 1. Oops, accidentally went inside. So, like, are those, like, Ken's people, you know? Like, I don't know. That joined up because they wanted to fight for the Runefaust cause? Centaur Internet has memes where they portray themselves as Pegasus while portraying others as lowly Centaur. What, like the Chad meme? Yeah, I also don't trust this guy. Ah, okay, he's hiding. I see what he's hiding now. He's hiding that path. But I can't get to that path yet. Unless there's, like, a secret in this house that lets me get there. Ask the right people, and Pegasus Knights are superior because they fly. I feel like that's more in Fire Emblem, though, than Shining Force. Because I feel like Yarrow doesn't come up as a, like, better character than a lot of the other ones. The Birdmen in Shining Force as well. People don't really harp on the Birdmen being amazing. Amon has been great for this channel, but that seems pretty rare. I feel like that might be a hint, too. You can get on the train if you hide amongst the cargo. Oops. Okay, I'm clearing that. I don't think there's anything in there. I don't think I can get down there. There's no indication on the back that I can get down there from here. Alright, I'm gonna clear this house. Yaro's just some mercenary, isn't he? Or not? I've only played all the way through SF2 once. I can't quite remember. Ah! There's a cockroach. I mean, that's a real, but I hate bugs. There was one on my front door today, and I was like, ah. The Birdmen have never been my favorites, but the speedrunners made me give them a chance in my latest runs. Yeah, like, I know Balberoy, I think, is the one that is, like, mandatory for the speedrun. He's super important to that. I think the Birdmen are a bit underrated. Maybe. In the Iron Man right now, Luke is doing okay, but we just got Luke, so I know he kind of falls off. I don't think it's anything with the church. I should search these better. I do think there's certain characters that just get memed on, that like Hans, you know, that people are like, oh, Hans is terrible, and it's like, I can grant that he may not be very good, but he's, like, usable, at least. You know, it's not like Blue or Adam that are actually unusable. But I guess some of y'all have probably not heard my argument that I watched a video way back in the day. It might have been Harvester of Eyes arguing why Adam is the worst character in Shining Force 1. Worse than Yogurt, even. And I actually... He fully convinced me. I'm fully on that train now. I like Adam a lot as a character, but, like, objectively, I do think he's the worst. Hans is whatever, he gets carried by weapon upgrades. Yeah, he kind of does. But he at least has those. And being at range helps him, like, have some value. Like looking under the stairs now. Luke is okay, he's workable with a ring. Yeah, that's true. He seems to be for me anyway. Hans comes with you only to actively ask to not be put on the front lines. Dude's a coward and I bench him for that alone. He's an archer, he's not supposed to be on the front lines. If I sign up to your army and I'm a, you know, a cannon specialist and you say, okay, well, great, here's a sword, you're gonna stand at the front line, I would be like, that's not what I signed up to do for you. The fact that he comes to fight at all when he didn't have to, I feel like, makes him brave. Alright, I'm pretty feeling like this house is clear. I think I'll search here once. Okay. Yeah, I think this house is clear. I love using blue. I love using blue too. I just don't grind in Shining games normally, which makes it very difficult to use it. Blue is a balanced Peter. He flies and has godlike stats that you have to earn rather than it being built in, plus free revives. I think blue is underpowered. I think he's terrible. I like using him anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bar. But yeah, blue, oh, that's not the bar. Blue just joins with really bad stats. I'm trying to remember, where's the bar? Is that this building? No. I'll figure it out. It's not that one. Might be this one. No. No, that's the couple that is in the small house now. That's like the hotel, right? Maybe it was the one I said it wasn't. Harvester of Eyes had us crash out shortly after I found his channel. Obviously it was my fault. Obviously. Harvester made great videos, and I wish he would come back. But, yeah, he needs to also chill out a little bit. Everybody who makes SRPG videos should continue to do so. It could be trying to get into one of these houses. Dislocked.
What are you looking for?
I'm not sure. Also, hello, Teodrin.
Hi. Sorry I'm late.
No, it's fine. We've done almost everything there is to do in town. I made a list for you and kept notes for you. Because I know you were doing notes.
Okay, you found the Blue Ruins map and a large mithril.
And we found Julian in the bar. And chat has told me, I was like, before I go into here, have I done everything there is in town to do? And they've assured me, no. There's an obscure thing.
Yeah, you're missing 3 important items from this town.
3?
Yeah. There's 2 stat boosters and 1 more mithril.
Okay.
And then
I normally, like, I don't care right now, but I don't want to know what it is that I'm missing.
yeah, I know, not usually.
But
And there's also a worthwhile haggle at each shop, if you haven't done that.
we have not. I actually did try.
Okay.
The
The one at the item shop, in my opinion, is most important. The one at the weapon shop is like something you'll get eventually, I think, but it could be nice to have.
I did this like 20 times.
Do you have a screen share with me, by the way?
Oh yeah, my bad. Oops.
So I can see in real time.
We also found the 20 coins. Yes, we did. That woman was like, I feel bad, the town is so poor, and then we took money from her.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're in the shop. Stream is a bit behind.
Yeah, I just came in here. I'm a Shining Force pariah. Never took most of the usuals into the final, including Xylo. Who is your favorite then? Or like top 3? I
always take Arthur, which is unpopular.
Is it? Everybody always tries to sell Arthur to me. They're like, he's so good if you just give him every stat booster. And I'm like,
I mostly see people talking about how bad he is because you have to give him every stat booster.
That's me.
In my last vanilla Shining Force 1 playthrough, I gave him 0 stat boosters, and he was the best unit on my force. Carried the entire run.
Serious Lol says there is no weapon shop hackle here. Oh, he says you already got the power unk.
Oh, okay.
It was just in deals. Okay, do you have deals? Okay, no. But you might have a haggle here in a bit. Yeah, we did buy the power unk for Grace because it gives her tornado, I guess, and that sounds good.
Okay, you did get that one then.
The loincloth?
Yes. Did you see it?
No. It reduces my attack, okay. But it's
So the loincloth is one of the best equipment in the game, in my opinion. It's male only.
Well, that's a shame. Oh, it reduces attack because you have an accessory.
You have attack boosting accessories on.
Dentari's does not, and Oberite does not. So we'll give it to Oberite.
Are we using axes or maces with Oberite?
Axes, tentatively.
Okay.
Let's sell one of Oberite's things real quick. We'll sell one of these. We've been getting poisoned kind of a lot. And then we, I believe, can go to deals now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one other haggle she has
Crit
if you want
plus-
it. but-
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
And the most important part of that is because your special attacks replace your critical and have like a bunch of bonus effects. This basically is, plus 12% chance of doing a strong attack with bonus effects if you've got a good weapon level.
She says take a couple of days to break in your loincloth. I don't like the sound of that.
But yeah, the loincloth is great, and it is a crying shame that the women can't use it, because it's so strong, and there's really nothing else equivalent to it.
I always give Arthur the Devil Lance and the Evil Ring to make him busted, since those don't cause paralysis. I never really do that. Oh, there's the other one. Oh, it's just a potion? Yeah, we'll buy it, why not?
And you don't have to buy it now, you could just leave it in deals for when you want it later.
Oh, yeah, actually, we'll do that.
So, just as long as we trigger the haggle, then it can just sit in deals. We just can't trigger it in a different town.
Okay, so took off loincloth, and... Ding dang, where else could there be stuff? I've been in every building, I've searched, like, all the things I thought. I told chat, if I search the thing that it is, and I just get the angle slightly wrong, feel free to yell at me and be like, no, that was it.
Have you looked around? Can I give you a building to ask about?
I'll show you the... Well, yeah, sure.
Have you looked around in the inn?
Yes.
Okay, then you've missed something in there.
Okay.
And it's possible some of them... Okay, it just says only one more in the town proper. So let's say there is like another section of this town, so a couple of things I believe are in the other section.
I can't get across the train tracks.
But there is one thing in the inn that I believe you have legitimately missed.
It doesn't help that there's several just really suspicious areas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the crates in the bar. I was gonna go back to there, because I was like, the storage room in the bar is really suspect. This is really suspect.
The bar might be what it's actually talking about here. Not those rooms.
Because to me, this says inn.
Gotcha. Go to the bar.
Okay.
I think that's probably what's actually talking about here.
I don't remember which one the bar is. Is it this one? Am I dumb? No, it's not. We've been there. I know the bar exists. It's not either of these. Our base is right there. That's the church. That's the rich people's house. That's another rich people's house. That's locked. Welcome, Void Behemoth. Finally made it to the stream. Haven't watched part 1, but this is going to be good. This combined with Holy Ark is just RPG greatness. I played this when it released, while most of my friends were hooked on Final Fantasy VII. One of my really good IRL friends, Pyrolink, who I believe is in the Discord, bought me a copy of Final Fantasy VII because it's his favorite game ever. And every time I start it up on my Switch again, he's like, I see what you're playing. But I just keep bouncing off it. I don't know why. I like this a lot more. I am dumb. Where is the bar?
I can't help you with that. I legitimately don't know. They don't have, like, town maps on the site I'm using.
We found the bar the first time. It must just be in a building that I, like, think I've already done. Okay, is it this big green building? Same here. Everybody else in my neighborhood had N64 or PS1. This one? This looks like a house. It is the bar, thank you. Yeah,
okay.
This is...
You'll have to inspect something you wouldn't normally look at, probably.
Okay. Yeah, this was quite suspect. So I've searched this really thoroughly, I thought.
You probably have.
We were also having a lore debate about if centaurs and Pegasus Knights are the same thing.
I mean, based on the fact that the Pegasus wing exists and works, I feel like you'd have to say yeah. Right?
Yeah,
like,
but do they get along? Like, do you, like... Oh.
There you go.
Ah, okay. So we're done now.
Yeah, I think the other two, like chat said, are in the other section of town.
Okay.
So I think we're good so far.
So we also did this, and I wrote this down for you since you wanted to keep a notepad. So Vandals ruled 1,000 years ago, and the other big thing is a country to the west called Enric was almost destroyed because of them. 10 years have passed since then.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, that tells us exactly where in the timeline this is.
I mean, more or less, yeah.
Because I forget the official, in quotes, in heavy air quotes, timeline, I think says this is like thousands of years after Holy Ark.
Yeah.
Which, that
no,
to me...
no. This is not thousand Holy Ark.
No.
No.
Okay.
We were in Enric in Holy Ark. It was almost destroyed then, so 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm saying that's correct, but I think that what the dev gave...
The semi-official timeline is that Holy Ark takes place thousands of years after the other Shining Force games.
Okay.
My argument partially hinges on this 1,000 years ago being the same 1,000 year period prior to Shining Force 1, when the Devil Kings fought.
Yeah.
When clearly, like, the devils were a more common thing in the land, and it's part of what ties them to Vandals and devils being the same thing to me.
Julian was the kid in Enric. Oh! When we were playing Holy Ark, you did ask me. You were like, this kid, just remember this child.
Mm-hmm.
He's the child.
Yeah. I hadn't brought it up yet. That is a very, very, very strong theory. I don't believe there's anything that officially confirms it, but it's clearly heavily implied.
Why do we think... Do we... Is it
a
spoiler?
We'll get into it more later.
Okay.
Nobody else talk about why we think it's him.
Okay. Train tips. When the train arrives, stand behind the white line. The train stops for no one. It's kind of ominous. Train etiquette. Flatulence in a confined space is rude. If you can't hold it, find a window. Alright. As a kid, I would have died at that. Items for traveling on a train. For a long journey, carry a small portable chair and a snack. They don't even come with chairs? Brutal.
I guess not.
The Lucky Cookie. Okay.
So do you remember what luck does?
Makes you less likely to get crit and crit more?
It makes you less likely to get statused.
Ah, got it.
Which is very important, and it caps out at 9, I believe, in this game. So you will never level up luck as a stat, so who you dole out lucky cookies to is kind of important.
Okay. That makes
so
me
just
feel
bear
like
that in mind.
Symbios, but we'll see.
Yeah. That's totally valid. I just wanted to make sure you don't use it willy-nilly.
I've just saved our stat boosters so far, so... Huh? You're a passenger on the train? How can you afford a ticket? I thought the fare was plenty expensive. Perhaps economic inflation devalued our currency. I guess it's time to raise the price. I see. Also, I know it's not, probably, but on the wall this looks like an ear.
I can kind of see it.
Symbios inspects the bookcase. Railhead. It's a town with a train station located roughly at the midpoint between the Destonian Empire and Espinian Republic. Rules on the train. Please don't litter after your meals. Take all your garbage with you. For how expensive these tickets are, they really ask you to do a lot. I am suspicious again that there's a hallway that just ends there.
I mean, I guess when you run the only train in the world, you can make whatever demands you want.
You know, strong point. But the Powell Prairie, they just don't know. How could anyone miss their train? There are no refunds, so you'd think they'd be here early.
The train to the Empire is boarding. Oh, you're heading to the Republic. Well, don't miss your train.
Although, I mean, the Pow Prairie, like, we
Not...
call it a train, but it's not really a train.
No.
At least not in a traditional sense.
No, not really. There's not a huge talk about the trade embargo between, I forget what two towns, or POW is between.
Bustoke and Uraanbaatar.
That you just
Not exactly
that.
places there. I have played so much Shining Force 1, dude.
Well, Uraanbaatar is a port city, so maybe they don't have need.
Yeah. And you'd imagine that eventually it could become useful as, like, Uraanbaatar being a port city and then using the vehicle to transport goods inland, but...
You'd think they would work that out.
Like, POW could make sense as a trading town.
For sure. I can't wait. The priests of Bulzome. Oh, they must be wonderful. I've never skipped my prayers, always attend church, and even donate 25% of my allowance. I'm so anxious to see them. When I heard about the fighting in Barrand, I wanted to cancel our trip there altogether. If we hadn't already paid the high fare, I would stop the trip right here and now. Oops. Isn't Uraanbaatar a fort and not a city? Yes and no. I mean, yeah, it's a fort, but, like, it's a big enough fort that, like, compared to... It's bigger than some of the other towns in Shining Force. So I would assume that they have, like, economic needs.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a city, but it probably meets the qualifications for, like, a hamlet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like, city is a strong word for it, but
Yeah.
it is, you know, a place of civilization.
I use city pretty liberally.
Yeah.
Since Barrand has become an occupied territory of the Empire, I've decided to go to Bulzome instead. I never expected a war. If it had come earlier, or later, I would have been able to enjoy a nice relaxing trip.
Well, boo-hoo. I'm so sorry you couldn't go on your vacation.
I've decided to go to the Republic because of the war. In order to fight, they need weapons and food. I'm sure even the Republican people would pay well for them. Gold spent anywhere, Empire or Republic.
Speaking of the Republic, did y'all like my thumbnail? I felt like that was just a masterwork.
It's pretty good. It took me a minute to figure out why it was Kermit until I remembered about the bunks.
I was like, I wonder if people are going to look at this and be like, what? What is this game?
Many merchants are waiting for the train to the Republic to trade directly with the government. As soon as the train arrives in Espinia, I intend to run non-stop to the capital city. I must get to the castle first.
Alright, then we got all the priests.
I plan to go to Bulzome to pray for the early conclusion of this war. I must meet the descendants of light. To get to Bulzome from Barrand, I must cross the path which appears once a day during low tide.
I feel like we're going to be doing that.
We clergymen are permitted to freely use the train because all countries still respect religion. We abhor fighting of any kind, but as long as people believe in religion, their silly wars will eventually end.
I hope you're right.
I found out about the free train riding privileges, so I became a priest.
I love that the second guy takes religion super seriously, and this guy's like, the perks are great!
Traveling on a train never gets old, no matter how many times you do it. There's always a new discovery every time you ride.
Imagine, like, becoming a clergyman just because it would let you ride a train.
I mean, with how expensive they say this train is.
But, like, is it really that appealing? I think that's part of, like, what baffles me is, like, why is it so exciting to ride this train that everyone here, like, dedicates their lives to being able to ride this train?
Like the guy that sold this house?
Yeah, like, really? It's not even because of the destination, it's just that they want to ride the train. Like, you're gonna sell your house to go to Disney World. One time.
There's people that would do it, you know.
I know, and I don't understand that mindset.
There's people that are in debt because they do that. Like, they haven't sold their house, but they're deep in debt because they keep going to Disney. Disney, like, I've seen, like, posts about the prices and stuff, too. Like, it's insane how expensive all that stuff has gotten.
Oh, it's wild. It's been expensive for a while.
The train is bound for the Empire. Just to think that that huge thing can move so fast, it's so exciting. You're boarding a train like that soon? I'm envious. Wish I were rich instead of good looking.
You know, I wish I was rich instead of good looking too.
Don't we all?
I'm being allowed access to the train to inform Destonia that the Republican army is causing trouble in the Empire. To tell you the truth, it's my first time riding a train. I can hardly contain myself.
Is this your first time riding the train?
What if I just want to say no, just to be like, I'm flexing.
Hey, even if you're familiar with traveling by train, don't get careless. You should never take the train lightly or you'll get hurt. Oh, now you seem like a nice guy. Now I feel bad. Technology can be a dangerous thing to those who don't respect it.
Jebster, would I sell my house if I could ride on a spaceship? Absolutely not.
Because I think spaceships, like trains, by the time I'm like 90, will be a lot more commonplace.
Here are a couple of things you should know. When we begin to move, don't walk around or else you'll fall. Don't stick your hands, feet, or head out of the window, and you're not supposed to open the doors.
Well, okay.
I've rode the train so many times I've lost count. You could say I'm a veteran. Some say the fare is too high, but trains should only be accessible to the rich. Otherwise, why not just be poor and lazy?
I like how that implies, like, the only thing worth desiring in life is riding the train. Like, if anybody could afford to ride the train, then everyone would just be poor and lazy, because then they could ride the train.
You know, we talked about the definition of cults earlier because of Bulzome, and how I don't like it, but, like, maybe we have a train cult here. Maybe that's what we're dealing with.
What don't you like about the cult of Bulzome?
Oh, I just don't like the definition of cult, because we were talking about earlier that it's very not specific. It's just a, like, religion with few followers that, for some it's just a religion with few followers. I think it was Mahane said there's an updated one now that says, like, that other people find strange or sinister. And I'm like, well, but that's still what people think. That still has nothing to do with the beliefs or how it's run or anything.
Well, it really depends, because, like, if I remember correctly, like, some current real-world denominations consider anything that's not them to be a cult.
Yes.
Like, it's not even few followers, it's just, like, less than us, and we don't agree with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've said, too, there's, like, real-world denominations that fit that, for me, that I would not call a cult, that I just find strange. And they don't have many followers, but, like, that doesn't imply anything, like, when I say, like, oh, you have few followers of your religion, and it's small, or, I'm sorry, and it's strange to me, that doesn't necessarily mean it's sinister, like, bad, but...
Yeah, I think the problem is that, like, the definition doesn't fit the connotation that it has.
Yes,
like, the connotation is very bad. Oh, was it your exact words?
Pretty much.
So that's why you can go around saying you're part of Nihil's cult.
Absolutely. Whoops.
We're a small group. And very strange.
Yeah, that people think are strange. We're like, do you Shining Force? I Shining Force. Shine on, brethren.
And get money to send your daughter to college!
We have so many new viewers here, they're gonna have no clue what you're doing.
Also, my daughter's now staring at me, totally bewildered.
You have to donate at least 20k to the Nihil Fund to get to the higher level to learn what the voice is and to send my daughter to college. It's from the playthrough Sinbear's Tactics, which you all should go. I still need to edit that into its own thing, but one thing...
You really do, because it's just attached to the end of a bunch of other streams.
It is.
It really needs its own, like, videos.
I forget if it was Nick or Serious Lol that... I think it was Serious Lol that
I think it's Lol.
All that. So I greatly appreciate that. I need to go do it.
My parents are remotely related to the aristocracy, so they want to travel to Destonia by train. I've heard not many people can take the train just to travel. Well, except for Governor Garvin. My brother seems calm, but he couldn't sleep at all last night. After all, boys really like to ride on anything. We do, though, don't we?
And she's not entirely wrong.
Alright, do we get on the train while it stopped? No. Why are we here? That is now my next question. I was supposed to look at the train.
Do you want an answer to why you're here? I feel like the story's directed you this way. You've just probably kind of forgotten.
I was supposed to go look at the train with, what's her name? Marcine, or whatever her name is.
Mascarin?
Mascarin, that's it.
So, in loose terms, you're trying to make your way back to the Republic.
Yes.
And that's why we're here.
There's 1 door, 2 doors, 3 doors. Okay. I know that. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do next. Oops.
Gotcha.
Just exploring while waiting for the other train. Ah, here we go. What? What in the world is that? Battalion, halt! Oh, you seem great. Battalion, left face! What do you think you're doing? What is the Imperial Army doing here? I must ask you to explain it to my satisfaction or else. We have received orders to guard Railhead from potential vicious attacks of the Republican Army. That's why we assumed our position here, to protect the train station. I understand why you're here, but Railhead is under Saraband rule. You can't just take actions on your own accord. You wanna be this guy?
Which guy am I?
The blue conductor next to him.
High society customers are aboard the train. This really isn't the place for border guards like yourselves. Oh, if Governor Garvin hears about this, please get out of here as quickly as you can.
We have direct orders from Prince, Arrogant himself. Are you questioning his authority? Captain, did you say Prince Arawant? You, by whose order do you not allow the border guard captain access? Answer me!
Me? What? Station chief? Are you? I didn't do anything.
I promise to have him punished severely. 50 lashes. Please guard the train station for us. Excuse me.
How could the station chief punish me? That's not right. I should have stayed home today.
We are looking for the King of the Republic, Benetram. We must capture him if he appears. Assume your positions. I see now why we are going to fight. I was thinking that it looked like a fight that way. This is unexpected. The Imperial Army guarding the train station. Oh well, I guess we'll have to ask our customers to be patient until the town is cleared of the Republican Army. Lord Senbios, we must go tell King Benetram about this. It's the Rhythm Army. They're walking in beat to the song. We can't beat them. It does make them look much more coordinated. Eduardo, my beloved. What?
That was from back when I did the Eduardo voice.
I'm just now catching up on that.
Oh yeah, I was him.
You were?
What happened, Lord Symbios?
You missed me having to fill in on Grace's voice. That was something.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that.
The Imperial Border Guard showed up at the train station, and they're looking for King Benetram.
Border guards at the station. We won't be able to get onto the train so easily now.
Blast! Now we'll have to abort our plan to return to the Republic by train. Are you remember something. I was something very interesting while I was in town. A whalehead worker said sometimes he sees people hiding with their cargo. We could go down and try.
That's a very good idea, Grace. If we did that, then we wouldn't be found by the border guards.
Can you imagine if Grace was like an important politician? My people.
Doesn't Jar Jar Binks become a senator?
A very important senator, yeah. Because people blame him for the direct rise of Palpatine.
Yeah.
Because he starts the vote of no confidence in Valorum.
Hmm.
Shed King literally says Grace sounds like something from Star Wars.
Sneaking in with the cargo.
I think it's a great idea. We should definitely just all dress up as boxes.
It's not perfect, but considering our situation, it might be worth a try. Let's go to the cargo hold.
When everybody bounces like that, I just feel like they're like, hip hip hooray. Lead the way, Lord Symbios. We'll be right behind you. Thanks. Yeah, we can give you the stuff we're not using yet.
Did we actually equip the loincloth to
Yes.
Oberate? Okay, I didn't notice.
We'll get probably a couple more characters. Yeah, see, we'll get a couple more characters, I think, and then we'll just start doling out the stat boosters.
Okay. Is this same stuff they said earlier, or do I
I'm
need
checking.
to? Okay.
Okay,
It might
no,
not have
it's
changed.
different.
Oh, it is.
I was
okay.
just acting like a big shot earlier. I've never been on the train, but now that I know we might not get to ride, I'm getting worried. Let's board the train no matter what. I'm still worried about General
I
Proton.
thought I was him.
I didn't think so.
I was pretty sure I was, but you can take him over.
I don't care. Do you want? You can keep being him. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. But we
I'm still worried about General Proton.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
been so busy since we decided to ride the train.
I forgot about that because I started as him and then I passed him to you because I couldn't do the voice very well.
No matter what happens, just waiting on the train will remember your challenge for the rest of our life.
Continuing to make the train a big deal.
Those blasted Imperial armies. How far they plan to chase us? Let's hurry back to the Republic. There must be a very clever person among our enemies. They're predicting our movements so precisely.
Grace sounds like a Jawa.
Did you talk to Mascarin?
Yeah, she just said the same thing again.
Oh, okay.
It was just the we'll be behind you, Lord Symbios.
The Wubby behind you.
Let's see. Oh wait, no, wait, yeah, that was Masquerade. So, I think we just go back out there, would be my bet.
Yeah, we gotta go check out the cargo hold.
The Imperial Army is guarding the train station. It's too dangerous to go there as long as King Benetram is with us. Oh, I see. So, the elderly couple have moved, maybe? Yes, they have.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. Can I move these? No. Can we search the train? No.
And Lola is correct. There's one more item that we can find now.
Alright. Oh, I can't walk up and down that. Okay. I would
You
assume
wouldn't
it's...
walk on the train tracks.
Huh?
Said you wouldn't walk on the train tracks.
Totally would.
How could you disrespect the train like that?
Why should this matter? This is the only train. Right? Why do we have two sets of tracks, even?
For reasons.
That would... Okay, the sound of that door opening sounded like a way bigger door. Let's all nod at each other.
Dot dot dot.
I hear the trains from Railhead carry fabulous items, but I never imagined it would be this good.
What is that? Is that a hobgoblin?
He's just a little guy.
Hey, it's a Birdman! And look over here! It's like a mountain of treasure. Oh, another Birdman. This is the battle I was thinking of earlier. One for trips one way, and one for the return. There's gotta be a switcher somewhere. Maybe. Oh, she did say the Force is with you, Synbios. Oh, it is Star Wars.
How about over there? Did you find any treasure?
Okay, Myra can be that one. Oh, he's got the hiccups now. Alright. What do we got in there? Excellent. Excellent voice work. A girl and a pretty one at that. Why were you in this thing? Irene. Why does she talk like that?
Do you want to know?
Not yet. Do you want to be Irene?
I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler of any sort, but sure, I can be her.
I name Irene. Empire. Very scary. I go. Republic. With cargo. Good.
Ah, she's from Shining Russia. Got it. Good job.
Touch me, and I hurt you. Ha! Hiya!
Ah, okay, she's the one that the gloves are for. Got it.
Yeah, basically, she's from that era of Japanese games having, like, very stereotyped Chinese caricatures. She is your very stereotyped Chinese caricature character.
I miss those days.
I mainly, like, it mainly stood out to me, like, immediately because of, like, Jam from the Guilty Gear games is very much the same way.
Oh, okay, I've not played those, but she reminds me, obviously, of, what's her name? From Flame Dragon.
Oh, yeah, from Plus. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name.
Min something.
Chin or something.
Chin, yeah, I think it's Chin. The voice acting is so good, the actor needs a raise. Absolutely.
I'm working on raising her as I speak.
A girl hiding in the box, and a fighter at that. The boys over there have their hands full, so you guys go over and help out.
If she's going to be trouble, since she's seen us in the crime scene, go ahead and finish her off. What? Who are you guys? Chief, there's some more witnesses at the entrance. All of you. These chumps are slowing our progress. Eliminate them so we can get back to business. Stealing treasures.
It seems the bandits have detected us. In any case, we can't abandon that girl, Irene.
Why not?
Don't prolong the battle, or the people of the station will hear, Symbios. Just help that poor girl.
Not quite as bad as Astral signing us up to fight in battles, but still kind of similar to that.
So, I will note, I'm not certain whether we'll be able to get the item that we could get in the area, in like the train area after this battle.
Okay, so I might should aggress.
Somebody in chat might know better, but I feel like it would be safer to aggress, find the item, then come back.
Alright, we'll do that.
And I'm probably going to step away for a minute to try to put Mira to bed. She's very tired. So I'll be back in just a minute.
That one character from Ranma 1/2, I have not watched Ranma 1/2, so I don't know. I know I should at some point, because it's, like, iconic. In the station or the town? Don't know. But does she get a skill.jpg like Flame Dragon Knights? Probably not. So, with this being open, I'm not sure where the item is, but I'll keep looking. Hello, Sinister! I hope you're doing well. Currently on terrible train Wi-Fi, so not sure if this will be watchable for long, but wanted to drop by and say hi. Well, you could not have picked a better time! Look at that! There's our train right there. Ah, there it is. Okay, we're good. Maybe I didn't search those? You can't get it after? Okay, good to know. Well, that was it, I assume. So I can map move. Which maybe will let me come out there. I feel like I want to send... Oh, well... I bet I can get up here. I don't know what goes in there. Going in there does. But I feel like Mascarin is not the one we want to find out with. Dentari's is a much better candidate. Hopefully she's not a dumb green unit and she kind of takes care of herself. Symbios can go block that. No, you didn't search those. I was yelling at you from this side of the screen. You have to save... yeah, alright. I appreciate the confirmation. I didn't do it. My bad. You have to save Irene. I believe her permadeath is possible. Good to know. I assumed that was the case because that was the case with Haywood. So, if we have to reset for her, we will do that. Okay. I don't know how I want to handle this. You keep moving right. Maybe we do put more people in? Just teasing. No, I'm sure. There's definitely times I know y'all are yelling at me from the other side of the screen. Like, what is he doing? I have zero problem with that. I mean, I do it when I'm watching YouTube stuff. Okay, that wasn't bad, EXP. Yeah, we're definitely getting shot for that, but that's fine. I like the battle animation for that guy. We'll send Grace with him. Word. You can get the kill. And then maybe I send her with the rest. The sound effects for this game suck, but they're so nostalgic. I like it so far. Okay, now I can actually look around in here. What do we got? Okay, so yeah, we probably want to just go through as quick as possible. We can destroy that. And we probably want to pop out the other side. Does that get us anything? No, nothing in there. It gets us smacked in the face is what it gets us. Oh hey, counter! All barrels must die, none shall live. The barrels must know true fear. They must. It is true. I also don't want to stack up because I know that that guy's going to come mess us up if we do. Oh, healing drop in there. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, you go ahead and map move as well. Alright. Well, it's... Oh, he looks so good. I've never, like, I've never seen a Birdman in 3D. I don't think there were any in Holy Ark. I didn't even look at Irene's stats yet. I should do that. I love the early 3D map, crates everywhere map. Yeah, I love the look of this. The interior's a little tough because I don't have, like, a bird's eye view. That would definitely help, but I'm digging this pretty hard right now. Okay, let's put her here. Let's go ahead and heal him up. He's not hurt too bad yet, but... I love how this battle has tunnels. It's really interesting. Oh, they're friends now, which is good. I don't know yet how I feel about the multi-map mechanic. And I'm probably gonna have to play a couple more that are this way before I know. Because I've only done one so far, and it's not something I've seen in any other SRPG.
What's up?
Just talking about the multi-map mechanic.
Oh, it's super cool. I wish more games had it.
I was saying I don't know how I feel about it yet.
I like it a lot.
I do wish I could swap between them at will, so I could, like, kind of know more how I want to handle things.
That feels like the kind of thing that would be implemented in the future, you know?
Yeah. The closest...
It's one of those things where if I feel like the series got developed further, we'd see it.
I think you're right. The closest I've seen to that being done before is, I know Fire Emblem Fates, I think it's Revelation, has a battle where you're on 2 different islands. And you fight, I hope she heals herself. I should see if
Yeah, it's not quite the same, though. It's where you've got the, like, clones of your characters.
Yeah, she can heal herself, so it's possible.
I feel like there was a closer thing in Advance Wars Dual Strike. I believe the story had 1 or 2 maps where you were fighting an aerial battle as well as a ground battle at the same time. On, like, the air battle on the top screen of the DS and the ground battle on the bottom screen.
Interesting. I've not played that one, so I'll have to do that.
I would have to, like, look into it to remember which mission, but I believe there's at least 1 or 2 that do that.
I didn't know that button was there.
What button was that?
The advice
Is it
button.
just like a... Oh, okay.
Thank you, Just Another Dragon.
You know, I kind of like this because it, like... I don't know if you remember in Shining Force 1 Nova's advice. Where it's like half the time was story related and half the time was battle related, and it was just kind of random. I kind of like that at the HQ his advice is related to the story, and in battle he tells you about it.
You want to voice that?
Sure. Symbios, use the terrain to gain advantage over the gang of bandits. Make sure you rescue the girl. Because it makes me think kind of like towards the start of Shining Force 1, before you do the first battle with giant bats, like, Nova has advice, beware of giant bats. They fly swiftly and fight fiercely. And it's like, I've never seen a giant bat. What's a giant bat?
Yeah.
When are we fighting giant bats?
He says use the terrain to gain an advantage, but... oh, that does give me 30% land effect, but does it do anything else? If I attack from the high ground, like, I don't think I get anything, but I don't know that.
I believe you can attack down from higher than people can attack up, but I could be wrong.
Okay. That's something.
I know there's some kind of interaction with the height that I don't remember quite how it works. Some of the height effects are kind of unclear.
And Justin says sometimes events in battle will change that advice as well. Huh. That's really interesting.
Like, if the girl dies, you stop saying to rescue her.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true. That's just the first thing that came to mind.
Probably. Oh! Wrecked.
The Antares is known for having some of the only decent voice acting in the English cast.
HP 1, attack 1, defense 1. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, he's got some of the better delivery.
I want you to heal with an item, but I also want you to move maps. But I also want you to do that. Okay, we'll have you do that first, I suppose, and then we'll go. Attacking up raises the miss rate. Oh, hey, nice. I think high ground also increases dodge, I think. Okay, then... Oh. Ugh, not good. They're pushing us back. I think I'll retreat up here at the top of these crates. Okay, yeah, that must do something then. I don't like that she's not healing. Oh, the double hit. Alright, the Amtrak connection is too awful. I must dip. Have fun. Well, thank you for dropping in, Sinister. And I still think it's really weird how timely that was. Yeah, definitely check for girls hiding in the cargo. I think she dies here. Yup, we egress.
iPad student, no follow master's teaching. Punishment severe. I'll be good in next life.
Alright, we egress. It is tough to save these people.
That might be right, play all the games, because I don't think you're allowed to just stop in a map move tile.
I see. Oh, right.
Like, you're
you
not allowed to
don't
block
have
it, so I think taking another action also moves you afterwards.
Because you don't have a hold option there.
Yeah, there is no hold option. I think they entirely disallow you from just ending your turn there.
Okay.
So I think that's correct, that you could, like, use an item and then it would also move you.
Good to know.
I don't know 100% for sure, but I think that tracks.
I grabbed the thing, by the way.
Okay, good.
So we've got to get to her faster. I think just pulling right is gonna be the fastest.
I do think when I did this map, I like dealt with her first, and then I went inside and did the whole interior.
Yeah, that's what I think we're gonna do. It's a little annoying she's not healing herself, even though she has the capability.
Yeah. I gotta go mess with the mirror, I'll be back.
Okay. I will save my question for when you get back. Oh, those are goblins. I was right. Okay. I feel like they're hobgoblins, though. Well, he is green in here. He doesn't look green in the overworld to me. Okay, so passing enough turns also lets us see inside there. You know what? You just go stab that guy in the face. We can handle the archer. Bruh. He's so good. I'm not even trying to give him any EXP at this point, because he just is already amazing. The more characters that exit on the same turn push the exit spot they get further away. Okay, that's good to know. Because we might have need of that in the future. It feels so good to see Birdman in 3D. Like, I'm just still, like, as, you know, the SF1 fan growing up, could not have fathomed seeing Bulbaroy looking like that. Symbiose, you're already level 5, but I don't really want to get shot in the face, so we'll go ahead and do that, I suppose. Huh? Level 6, HP 1, Attack 1, Defense 1, Agility 1. Funnily enough, the translation team changed her AI on the hardest difficulty so that she actually heals herself, since otherwise saving her would be impossible. That's really interesting. I definitely want to do a, like, hardest difficulty run of this at some point. But then I'm like, is it cheating to save her? I don't know. I might have to go to the viewers on that one. Because I know, like, I am going to be looking for excuses to play SF3 more. I haven't looked too hard yet, but I also know, like, I want to show off the other ending. And I don't know how possible that's going to be, because I don't know if people have save states. So I know I might have to, let's use one of the medical herbs here, because I don't want you... I feel like he's going to have to go attack to save her. Or use his other medical herb. You're not totally next to each other, right? No. Okay. Oh, I was saying, I don't know if I can find a save state for the English version ending or not. So I might have to play the whole game again to get there off stream. But I would be willing to do that.
Alright, I'm back for now.
Hello. Back
Hello.
for now, I'm dead.
Well, so recently she started rolling over enough that we can't put her in, like, the sleep sacks that she would normally be bundled in that, like, keep her arms in. And now she's, like... She keeps herself awake more, but she also is rolling over in bed and then being mad she's rolled over in bed. You know, so she puts herself in the situation and is mad about it and won't go to sleep. So we'll kind of see how the situation shakes out.
My dog does that. He puts himself in his cage sometimes and then gets upset about it. And I'm like, you don't have to be in there. I didn't put you in there.
Yeah.
You could, and it's not even locked. You could just leave.
Oh, and I see Lol mentioning the translation team making it possible on the hardest difficulty. I think there's another character that this happens with in a later scenario where on the hardest difficulty they're just impossible to save without tweaks.
Yeah, I was saying, like, I don't know. Like, I do want to do a hard run at some point because I'm looking for excuses to play this more. And I'm not sure if I would be like, oh, it's cheating to save her then. Like, I don't know. I'd probably have to go to, like, the chat to decide.
I don't feel like it would be cheating, personally.
HP 1, attack 1, defense 1.
And that is only on, I believe, the hardest difficulty. So unless you're playing on the hardest difficulty.
Do you know how it scales?
I don't know. I'm much more unfamiliar with Shining Force 3. I
can't-
only played through the first time, so...
I can't imagine why. And it's funny that, like, you've played through this once. Oh, he's already up there. That's kind of funny. Okay, yeah, you just go try to save her. You've played through this once. I'm playing through it once right now. And when we finish that, you and I will be, like, two of the most knowledgeable people about this game. Which is really weird.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hey, you hear her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's rolled herself onto her side, is now mad about it.
Oh, now she heals herself. Okay. So, I was gonna ask, you, in part... I was wondering about this between last week and this week. You, in part, do not like Shining Force 2 because it is a tonal change from Shining Force 1.
Mm-hmm.
You do like Shining Force 3, but I would say this is also a pretty big tonal shift.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you like this, but not 2? Like, why does the tonal shift for 2 bother you, but this does not?
One second. I'm gonna have to get her and then I'll answer that question.
Okay. Chat, he is stalling. No, I'm kidding. You're only missing 1 health. Okay, let's try the Ankh thing. How do I do that? Oh, okay, it is considered part of this. Ooh, or I can get rid of that. Let's not do that, because I don't want that mage to have an easier time yet. Yeah, her having a ranged attack that does 9 damage is huge compared to no attacks that do no damage. Oh, it also happens with Garrosh? Okay. You go up here to start dealing with that guy. Yeah, it makes sense. Garrosh was a pretty tight window. And there are 4 difficulties. I think the first 2 buff attack, while the hardest also buffs defense by a significant amount, to the point that spells become a necessity. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's, like, by how much, though, too. Because I know, like, I'm not a fan of the way Shining Force 2 scales. Because it just feels so weird that, like, it's just multiply everything by ridiculous numbers. I much prefer when, like, AI gets harder. Okay, what is your health at now? Are you 11? You're okay. We do extra damage to the Birdman because he's considered a sword user. I think that's why.
Prepare to die.
Bruh. He's insane! Dealing 1 damage is commonplace. Yeah, that makes me think.
Okay, I'm back.
He's gonna just hit me. It makes me wonder what their... Welcome back. It makes me wonder what their, like, intention was behind, having the higher difficulties. I wonder that sometimes. Like, most notably with Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I saw Mangs play, like, the removed highest difficulty because they took it out of the English version entirely because they just decided it was bad, I guess. But I'm like, then why did you make it?
Well, to a degree, I feel like that kind of speaks to the separation between the American and Japanese branches of these companies during the era.
I don't think the American branch removed it, even. I thought it was just Japan decided it was not good.
Oh wait, are you saying it was removed in all versions? I thought you said it was removed in the English version.
It was just removed in the English version, but like what I can't back it up with like the source, but what I've heard, what Fire Emblem fans believe is that like Intelligent Systems themselves made that call because they were like, this is like just bad. Like it's not, we're not putting it in because if we're getting a redo, like our ideal version of the game does not contain this. Because it just is not good.
Don't know. It's hard to say.
And, like, having watched Mangs play it, I get why they would think that. Because it's, like, it has more ambush spawns, everything does, like, 1 billion damage, and it just, like, it's just not a well-balanced game. Like, I get why you would be, like, maybe unlockable at least, but I get why you would look at that potentially and be like, I'm not super proud of this.
I mean, one thing I would consider is whether it's the kind of thing that, like, as the developers worked on this game, after playing it over and over and over and over again for like 2 years or something, they made that difficulty, and it feels fine when you've played this game for 300 hours.
That's true.
As your job. But then when you put it out into the wild and you realize how players are actually engaging with it, and you're getting feedback from real people, you realize, like, actually this is terrible. So, I don't know. That's just one of my base guesses.
Could be.
Going back to the question you asked me, why the tonal shift of Shining Force 2 bothers me and not the tonal shift here of Shining Force 3. I was thinking about it because I didn't have a ready answer. I think
I told Chad you were stalling.
I think a big part of it to me is just the fact that Shining Force 2 feels like it doesn't take itself as seriously as the rest of the franchise. To the fact that, like, a not unreasonable size of their cast is, like, comedy or entirely throwaway characters. where I feel like Shining Force 3, while tonally darker than Shining Force 1, I guess.
Real quick, do you think we go for the heal here, or do we keep fighting?
What's her health at?
8. Maybe move.
I feel like you keep fighting if you can block them being able to get to her.
I
It's
can't.
probably fine. Then maybe standing on that side and healing her, maybe.
Oh, I can talk.
Oh, maybe she'd become controllable if we did that.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Let's try.
Other of you, help me. I happy I will join.
Irene the Monk joins the Force. The second one to ever do so in battle. I think.
SF1, so DM Sanctum counters me saying SF1 is very unserious in many places too. I don't see how Shining Force 2 is less serious. I've been over this a billion times, but nothing in the main story of Shining Force 1 is ever comedy slapstick, like Shining Force 2 knocking Jaha in the water, for instance, or the nude scene with Sheila bathing.
You gotta remember
and
that's
things like
removed
that.
in the American version.
No, that's in the American version.
Is it? I know part of that was censored.
I mean, it may be censored. Like, I think the sprite's somewhat censored, but the entire scene is in there. With her bathing naked and then, punching Astral. Like, it's in there.
Okay. I forget which part of that got censored.
And
I just remember some
that, to
was.
me, is a big part of, like, why Shining Force 2 is less serious. Because every Shining Force game, aside from maybe the Gaidens, does have unserious stuff you can find. Like, yeah, I can go... Sheila's very optional? I don't know. I don't know how people would say that. In any case...
It's still in there.
Shining Force 1 doesn't have anything that's, like, strictly comedic as part of the main story. That, to me, is a big part of the difference. It's SF3 CD Book 3. I don't really count Book 3 of SFCD.
I was about to say, don't get him started on Book 3.
I mean, you guys are all allowed to disagree if you want to, but I feel like Shining Force 1, 3, the CDs, have far fewer strictly comedic moments than Shining Force 2 does. You're allowed to be wrong, and that's okay. I'm just explaining my rationale.
Yeah, because I'm like, I kind of disagree with that. But I do think that, like, to me it's not a comedy thing, but, just,
I feel like I struggle to feel like most of the Shining Force 2 cast has more than 2 brain cells to rub together. Like, amongst all of them.
Just a subjective thing is that, like, playing SF1, I think most people agree that SF1 does feel darker than 2. And then, so I'm like, we kind of agree as a community, as a whole, that 2 is lighter in tone. Right? And then 3, I think we also kind of agree, this is a lot darker in tone than 2 is. So we've definitely come back down. I think this is more serious than SF1 as well.
This one, definitely. But I think the difference between Shining Force 3 and the rest of the games, I don't know whether or not I'd say that it's inherently darker, but it feels so because it's more grounded. Like, I think the thing with Shining Force 3 is a lot of the darkness in Shining Force 3 is, like, politics and grounded, like, real-world adjacent things.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's not just, the bad man is going to bring the dark evil dragon back. You know? Which, like, as dark as that may be, it doesn't feel relatable in any way.
Says you. No,
Where... Where the struggles of Shining Force 3 are more grounded, and it makes them feel darker. And I think that's part of, like, what's interesting to me about like gritty fantasy is like gritty fantasy tends to be more grounded and feels inherently darker just because it's less removed from reality.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like darker is a mixed bag to a degree. But yes, Shining Force 3 is subjectively darker. I just think a lot of it comes from the groundedness of it, where like the actual evil stuff that's happening is not necessarily darker than a lot of the other games.
I think all SF games are less serious than SF3. Yes, for Shining Force specifically, I would agree. But Holy Ark, I mean, Holy Ark opened talking about, like, we fell down a mine shaft, and those little alien guys show up, and they're like, yeah, your friend's ribs caved in and punctured her lungs, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, we have definitely hit a different kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, Holy Ark to me is what really, and I have not played the CD games, so like I can't weigh in on those yet. But Holy Ark definitely felt more like, we're doing something else now.
Yeah, well, and I feel like it's kind of like Shining Force 1 and 2, for instance, never gave us that scene that 3 has here where we run into an Imperial soldier kind of pleading about how he doesn't want to die after being wounded in the battle. Like,
yeah, instead we get Lemon
that's played straight. It's not like a, oh, I don't want to die, and then the villain, like, explodes him or something. It's just like, there's this guy who's dying, and that's what it is. And I think, like, that's the biggest difference to a degree in, like, the grounded darkness is stuff is allowed to be bad or sad, and you just are meant to sit with it. It's not resolved necessarily.
I will do that, Justin. Don't worry. I did check. I didn't comment on it, but I did check because you mentioned it.
Yeah, I saw you scrolling to that one barrel. So I think that's a big part of the difference to me in the tone of different narratives is like, when something bad happens, how long is that allowed to be the state of things before you're like, well, we'll resolve it now?
What?
We defeated the gang of bandits. The only one left is the leader, Symbios.
Hold up. I didn't know that was the boss. I should have checked. I assumed it was this guy. So, what did I miss out on? What was at the top there?
Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's a healing rain.
We don't need it.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
But would have been nice to have.
It is kind of a big miss, but we'll be fine.
Yeah. Did you say Symbios? I see. No wonder you beat us. You're the remnants of the Republican Army. I see Benetram next to you. I bet you were planning to escape by hiding in the cargo like rats. Interesting how you tackled this battle. I always use the crate tunnels to get to Irene faster. I thought that going around the right would be faster, because she retreats to the right, but yeah, I was not sure. Forget this cargo. You're worth a lot more. There's a bounty on your heads. I must inform Boss Sharaf. Just you wait. I'll gather my brothers from Dusty Village and return to collect Benetram's head. Gah!
What should we do? It seems we are now the target for a large bounty. More importantly, take a look around.
I feel like they're just showing me that we can swing the camera. That camera swing felt excessive, but what am I looking for?
Once they find this mess, they're bound to inspect everything on this train.
Ah, fair.
I guess we must give up the idea of smuggling ourselves amongst the cargo. Not only that, once this is discovered, the whole town will be searched from top to bottom.
Yeah, probably.
We must leave immediately, Symbios. We must get as far away from the town as we can, and as quickly as possible.
Well, this is not where I thought the battle would be. I thought the battle would be so I could break these crates.
Yeah.
Have new dialogue? No.
Speaking of like how long things are allowed to be bad without being resolved, was like kind of brought up.
Yes.
I was just kind of thinking, and one of the things that always has felt tonally weird about me is the like apparent darkness and sadness of Lemon's situation is like poorly juxtaposed with the comedical nature of him leaving human-shaped holes everywhere, and his big smiling groovy face. And that it really kind of undermines the seriousness of his predicament. And I kind of feel like it's in a way almost like comparable to, if you want to pick a very specific point of comparison, Kane in Shining Force 1, who was also mind controlled, also worked as the like right-hand man for the villain for a large portion of the game. But that his breaking out of mind control is handled far more seriously and is not just resolved nicely as he joined the Force and now we don't worry about it anymore, and that it ends up leading him to a somewhat tragic redemptive death.
Do you think that Lemon is kind of the same though?
In what way? I'm saying I'm contrasting them, and I feel like Lemon has kind of plenty of the same setup, but then the handling of it just feels cartoonish and undermines any weight it could have.
At the end, though, doesn't Lemon like dive into hell head first?
I believe he does. Maybe he drags Xeon in ?
Yeah, that's what I've only seen it once, so that's what I thought happened. But I was like, to me, that
but
was
it's kind of
pretty dark that it was like, oh.
I mean, it's as dark as Shining Force 2 can be. I still feel like Xeon's a pretty silly antagonist. I think kind of the difference is that Shining Force 1 allows it to be dark and grim in the sense that Kane basically dies not accomplishing his goal. In a way, he dies unfulfilled, where Lemon instead gets this heroic death that may not even be a death because he's immortal, asterisk. And it's really just kind of left... It's a good ending, effectively. It's also all kind of speedrun at the end of the game.
Yeah, they do wrap it up a little too fast, but I still feel like it's kind of dark because they don't play it for laughs, and then just the implication.
I don't know. The lemon-shaped holes in the ground is kind of played for laughs, if you ask me.
No, I think that is. I'm just talking about the end where he like redeems himself. I think they let that be played pretty straight, and then to me, the fact that he's immortal makes it even worse. That it's like you have dragged Xeon essentially into hell with you, and you can't die. Like, you're gonna... Like, because my picture of Lemon is that he just is there for all eternity, and he knows that. And, like, that's kind of his recompense. And they don't spell that out, for sure. But, like, to me, that's one of the darkest ends a Shining character has. Just Another Dragon says, SF2 is Looney Tune-ish. Also a little bit.
I mean, that's one of my biggest problems with its tone.
I don't disagree.
I don't know, I mean, I'd have to give some more thought to Lemon's fate versus other characters in the series.
Because I'm just like, that, I would rather...
I will also say, if he's immortal, that's not necessarily the end, because it's not the first time we've had a breach between Arc Valley and the real, or like, main world. No. Obviously, Xeon broke out once.
But to me, that's Xeon, and to me, Xeon is special. Like, because he's a greater...
To me, Xeon is special.
Because he's a greater devil. Like, I think he can maybe amass the power to do that, and he's got, like, the followers outside. You know, he's got people like the Cult of Bulzome that in 1,000 years will get together at their little lodge and try to bring him back. Lemon doesn't have that. Like, I think Lemon is resigned to that fate. Unless he,
do you think that a breach in Arc Valley would only ever allow one being through, and not that, like, the one Xeon used would allow other devils / things from Arc Valley through?
I think not necessarily, because there's nothing... It's never said, and so I don't have a reason to think that. I don't know where Lucifer is. I'm not sure if there's anything that tells us that yet. But I feel like if that was the case, then Michaela... Not Michaela, what's her name? The goddess? Mitchula. Yeah, I feel like Mitchula at some point would be like, this is worse, because, like, if Xeon does this, like, this is going to become an exponentially bigger problem. But nobody ever says that. Xeon alone is the worry. So I think Xeon potentially, like, in his implied power set, maybe could bring some other demons through or something. But I don't know, or devils through, but I don't know that he could just bring anything through. But that's all me just guessing.
We can clearly see that he can allow things to pass from the main world into Arc Valley through it, which you would assume means that the reverse is also true, and that's basically an open hole in reality. So anytime a breach would be formed, there would be a chance for Lemon to be freed.
Maybe, but also I still, like, even if that's totally right, I don't think that makes Lemon's sacrifice any less serious, because he never knows that's going to happen. And 1,000 years trapped with Xeon and all of his underlings is still, like, a fate worse than death.
Mm-hmm. I think part of my problem with feeling strongly about it is that for this death to be dark, it's really just left to you to decide that it is. Because none of what we're discussing is something that's covered in-game whatsoever. We basically smash cut to Bowie kissing Ellis.
Yeah.
And comic fantasy racism.
I mean, people do think that Bowie kissing Ellis is a pretty dark end.
Right, all the people who think the, like, 10 lines of dialogue Sarah and Bowie shared creates a stable relationship. She basically does not have a single speaking line after they leave Grand Seal.
I just think it's funny.
People make it out to be this, like, big romance. Just another Dragon Meds. It's also difficult to feel for Lemon since he's in, like, the last 3% of the game besides the brief intro in the beginning. And I think that's part of what, to me, makes Kane's redemption work better, is because it's spread out over a significant period of time. And we kind of encounter him in different stages of his redemption before his ultimate death. Lemon tries to kill himself, fails, joins us, and then he happens to be the one who drags Xeon back to Arc Valley. And that's it. Like, there's no arc there. It's like 3 events that happen kind of on their own, only one of which really has much of a tone to it. It feels unearned.
It worked
like,
for me.
Kane is somebody we've hated for a long time because he killed our mentor and our king at the start of the game. And it's an arc that takes time and gives itself room to breathe. And that, like, again, comes back to my point of, like, tone matters a lot in how long you're given to sit with something. And Lemon being basically comical until he suddenly dies, and then we leave that scene immediately. It does not give you time to sit and process it.
It worked for me, but I also will fully agree. I think Kane is a better written villain. Or just better written character. But Play All the Games, who is Morrigan, by the way,
okay,
says, it would have been great if a future game brought Lemon back. I think that would, like, undermine that moment for me a little bit. Because I don't want, like... I don't feel like we've gone far enough, because, like, SF3 is at most, like, 20 years after SF2, I think. Maybe a little further. Well, no, I don't think it's much further than that.
No, 20 years feels about right for me.
So, like, the fact that he does this insane sacrifice that I'm picturing on a scale of, like, 1,000 years, maybe more, and then it's, like, 20-ish years, I would be like, alright, like, that didn't really matter.
Actually, wait, let me walk that back. If I remember correctly, my stance is that Shining Force 3 happens, like, between or at the same time as Shining Force 2. So, like, it happens between 1 and 2, or kind of concurrently with 2.
Okay. I'm assuming a little bit after 2, but I will have a better picture of that, I'm sure, at the end. But regardless,
Meowth says, I don't think it was amusing to jump a cliff and plow on the ground with enough force to fall through it. It's really funny if you've watched an episode of The Roadrunner. Wile E. Coyote does that constantly, and it's played for a laugh. So when I see Lemon do that, that, to me, is played for laughs. Like, characters falling and leaving a hole in the shape of themselves has been, like, slapstick comedy since day 1.
Just Another Dragon said exactly that a little bit ago.
Yeah, where it's like, if he left a just regular shaped crater, it would be much less funny than the fact he's leaving holes in just the shape of himself, which makes 0 sense.
And they made sprites of regularly shaped craters.
That's a cartoon, but yes, that's why Shining Force 2 is a cartoon. It's a funny game for babies.
Hiya. I'll disagree with you there, but Jaha also getting knocked out of the boat. It's a Jaha-shaped hole.
Yeah, Jaha's the butt of like 5 jokes in the span of a half hour of gameplay or so.
I do feel bad for him at the end. Peter's G after seeing makes me laugh every time. After seeing Lemon jump, feels so silly. It does, but we've been sitting in the base for a while. Let's do these conversations real quick.
I'm so lucky I find Army of Symbios. I can ride train! Master, I'm in luck now, much more good.
I was just acting like a bit. Oh, wait, yeah, okay, that's the same. Is this all the same? Yeah, this is all the same, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have new dialogue? No. Alright. I think we are, I can give him our newly found Mithril, and we are good to leave the town. Sweet. Do I need to carry these flowers around with me?
I don't believe so. I think you can safely deposit those.
I'm gonna carry him around a little longer. It's my lucky charm. He's the dwarf. Dwarves always get the short end of the stick. Do they? Lug and
Is
Gort.
that a short joke because they're dwarves?
Lug and Gort, I think, do okay. But, then I have to bring up, what is it, Randolph? And nobody likes Randolph. So.
I feel like a lot of the dwarves that aren't Lug and Gort get like 0 focus and are really unimportant.
Jaha gets a tiny bit. But yeah, that's about it. Also, I love the bi squared.
Also, I don't know whether you like watched the VOD from my stream that was really short the other day.
I did. I listened to the whole thing.
The amount they changed saw the dialogue in Guardiana is wild to me, and I'm so sad that Gort no longer calls everybody outside the town thieves and murderers in Resurrection.
That is a bad change.
Like, him being a crazy, spiteful old man is just so fundamental to his character for me that Resurrection Gort does not feel like the same character.
When we get to the next battle, we'll talk some Resurrection.
Okay. We made it out of town, which is good, but since we can't use the train, the road ahead is daunting.
I agree. She's on a roll tonight with, like, being in theme. We come all the way to Railhead and miss the train because of those stupid bandits. I can't believe our luck. If you really want to get on the train, I can help you, says the disembodied voice.
What did you say?
Oh, it's Julian.
You, if I remember correctly, we might be telling you where we had.
I thought you had to get on a train at the station.
I guess you Republican rubes aren't very familiar with trains.
Wait, there must be a switching point nearby.
Oh, it's exactly what y'all said. Pardon me, wise King Benetrim. I guess I spoke too soon.
It seems you're not from this country.
Why do you say that?
You must be a mercenary. A local soldier would be turning us in, not helping us escape.
There's also that he's dressed funny.
King Benetram, you are not by any chance thinking of trusting this stranger.
I've trusted you, and you're pretty strange. I would say it's better than trusting those guys over there. Take a look for yourself.
As per General Gazel's orders, we have returned to Railhead. I see his hunch was correct.
Well, it's up to you, King Benetram. It seems the Imperial Army is here.
I see you, Benetram. You won't escape. I'll be knighted for your capture.
So, what do you have in mind?
I'll guide you to the switching point. In return, I'd like to travel with you.
That is fair. We could use another sword.
He keeps looking at me like he's carrying a bow, though. Is my sword not good enough for you, King Benetram? I'm doing my best out there, okay? King of Benetram, if we're idle much longer, the Imperial Army will organize and come after us.
Yes, you are correct. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. What is your name?
Me? My name is Julian. Julian the Swordsman joins the force. Oh, that's unexpected. Oh, this is a whole battle. Oh, that slowdown. Okay, what is your deal? Julian, Swordsman. Level 4 has Egress and Iron Blade. 19 attack. How does that compare to Synbios? Ah, you're a worse Synbios. Got it. No, he seems cool. Alright, well, I said when we got into battle we could talk Resurrection, so. Lucky Charm being held by the character who's died in every fight aside from the box fort? Well, you know. Oh, Gaian. Yeah, I forgot about Gaian as well. Meowth says, Return of the Dark Dragon, I'm fairly certain is closer to the original Japanese SF1. I've been told that for a long time, but, like, I don't know that for sure. Do you know how true that is, Taya?
It's something I've heard repeated ad nauseum, but I've never seen any real proof of it.
Because the thing I wonder, like, I've not played Japanese Shining Force 1, and I need to. I might have a version of it that is. But, like, the first thing that implies to me is, like, are you telling me that has a bunch more cutscenes that ours doesn't have? And if that's true, that's great, but I've never seen them. And I know Ari was working really hard on a, like, redone version of SF1 that was, like, the Japanese version translated in a more true way. But I don't know if she ever finished that.
I don't believe so. I was just looking at their translation wiki, and there's a page for it, but there's no link or anything.
Putting Mascarin up there would be really stupid. I will not do it, but I was tempted. So, yeah, I'm like, I know Shining Wisdom was, like, butchered pretty heavily, but, like, the European version, I've seen people point to, and, like, it does seem to be a much better version that I can just immediately look at and see. I'm not saying that's not true of Shining Force 1, I just have never seen it, either. And I try not to say things like that I can't, like, I just can't back that up. But I'm certainly interested if anybody else can. I think she's come back to the Discord recently and said she wants to start it up again. I hope she does. Oh, you have it? Awesome. Then, I mean, I would listen to you on it. If you... But, like, did they... Oh, you have the European version of Wisdom, might be what you're saying. So... I don't know, have you ever seen, like, cutscenes that the Japanese version of SF1 has? That like, we don't have? Because that would definitely be the most compelling thing to me. I kind of don't want Julian to immediately die, actually. That would make me sad. Tell me how to set up my Saturn, lol, and I'll gladly stream it. I mean, yeah, if you ever need help, like, streaming, just DM me and I'll walk you through what I do. I'm gonna stream the, like, better version of Wisdom at some point, because I feel like I didn't fully play Wisdom. I feel like I got the gist of Wisdom, but, like, I hesitate to say I fully played it because the translation is so wonky. Tornado that guy. I think it's more the script, but there's so much in... The only thing I've been told is that Resurrection is closer to the original, so I'm like, okay, is it set up that Cain and Max are brothers? In the Japanese version? Why does he sound like that? Yeah, DM me anytime if you need, like, tech help, and I'll walk you through how to stream or whatever. And that's true of any of you guys. Like, if you want tech help, I've got a spot on the Discord for it that I can answer questions or walk you through whatever I know how to do. But yeah, I would ask if, like, Cain and Max are considered brothers. Taya, what are some of the other big changes? I know, like, Narsha's not there. Taya might have had to step away for a sec, I'm not sure. I heard him for a second. I don't know what's going on. Let me double check. Huh. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'll assume he had to run away for the baby for a sec. Only sort of implied in our version, but definitely pointed out in the Japanese. What are some of the other big changes? Anything secret? No, doesn't seem like it. We'll heal him up here in a sec. I should look for ruins, whatever. Oh, there's the switch point they were talking about. I mean, that looks like something. I don't know what that is, but we'll go actually investigate that real quick. We can heal you up first. There's a lot with the ancients and stuff. He sounds like that because he's so bright. I don't know. It just is kind of weird. I'm assuming that the birdmen are going to charge us when we get close, but that's okay. We'll be ready. I have a generic capture card, I have OBS. I last streamed in 2016 for a couple months and had to get walked through how to do it all, then couldn't figure out how to get some of my consoles to work. Yeah, we can walk you through that. Welcome back, Taya.
So I was listening until you said I might have stepped away, and then I had to... She'd fallen asleep in my lap, so I had to move her before I said anything. Trying to think of what else is, like, different in the main story of Resurrection.
I played it, like, once in middle school, so it's really hard for me to remember. But I'm like, yeah, there's that.
It's kind of the same place I'm at. The main thing that stood out to me was the Moloch stuff, introducing, like, time travel, alternate dimension stuff to the story, which made no sense. Mm-hmm. Like, Narsha in herself, I don't mind. It's really Moloch and his contributions to the story.
What about Zuika?
I'm indifferent to Zuika. He's basically a non-character as far as the narrative's concerned.
How dare you? I'm just kidding.
So, I'm also gonna fact check Meowth
Okay.
about Resurrection being more accurate to the Japanese version, just on the point of we were talking about Gort, so I went and found a Japanese playthrough of Shining Force 1 on YouTube.
Oh.
Did a loose translation of that text compared to the Resurrection text. They're entirely different. Entirely different. Now, Gort's Japanese dialogue does not match our English dialogue in Legacy, but his Resurrection dialogue is entirely different to both of those.
Well, I think she was just saying,
So-
like, I took her statement as, like, a more broad, general thing, not necessarily on, like, a point-by-point.
Right, but what I personally believe about Resurrection being close to the Japanese script is that the English script of Resurrection is closer to the Japanese script of Resurrection than the English version of Legacy is to the Japanese version of Legacy. That's my personal stance on it, because Resurrection makes changes to the way events play out. So I don't feel like Resurrection is closer to the Japanese version of Legacy. I feel like they did make distinct changes to the script in Resurrection that are totally unrelated to the original Japanese version / original script.
I see what you're saying.
It's the kind of thing... yeah, Meow said you only heard quite a few times. I think it's one of those things that's been repeated ad nauseum, but nobody's really cared to look into.
There's a lot of those things.
Yeah. So there is... It may be closer, but I don't really feel like that's necessarily true. I mean, the dialogue of basically everybody in town is changed significantly, and I mean, as already just a deviation from the original story, it's just a lot of dialogue is changed, like, significantly, not to, like, this was a accident levels. And something I'm trying to remember... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I know you watched my VOD. I don't believe during the discussion with the king he said anything about Ramladu.
I don't think so.
I'm double checking, but I know one of the things I am aware of is in the Japanese version of Legacy, Ramladu is mentioned by the King of Guardiana, like, specifically name dropped.
Interesting.
And that's one of the differences that was discussed in, like, the topics of retranslating Shining Force 1, is that, like, in the English version, we don't find out anything about him until much later, so he's mentioned as, like, a player in the narrative really near the start of the Japanese version.
Let's go! First Big Blaze 2.
I'm jumping through a YouTube video of Resurrection to check his speech before he dies, just to see if it's there. But
it's kind of weird that it's 3 wide and the other guys are not on screen. I thought that's what was gonna happen.
oh yeah, it is a little funky. That's how I did it in Paladin Green.
That they do show up.
Yeah, it does actually show up all the targets.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Alright, let's inspect whatever this is. I assume it's the ruins, yeah. Oh! Push off, freak! That treasure is mine! Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we're doing this again.
It'll also always be ridiculous to me that the Sword of Light and Darkness are the Light and Dark Sabers in Resurrection.
There's dialogue for you.
Ascenbios, if we could spare the troops, I'll give this generic dialogue that we should stop those bandits before they ransack the nearby ruins.
Oh, does he always say the same thing?
Yeah, he says that every time you open a ruin.
Okay. Oh, I should not have done that with Synbios, huh? Oh, we can map.
No, doing it with Synbios was good because he can't go in.
I forgot that it was the door worked that way.
Ah, yeah.
Ew, ruins. I hate these fights. Meowth, you and
Dark-
Teodrin are just, like, destined to spar.
Dark Saber, release your Dark Flame is so much worse than Sword of Darkness, show me your power.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll agree with that. You have, like, one shot, you can't even egress, if I recall correctly. So the way Tiadran in chat put it to me was that you can egress, but the thief shows up immediately if you come back.
Yeah, like turn 1, he'll enter the ruins. So it's like, unless you can get there really fast, it becomes nigh impossible. Oh, interestingly, in Resurrection, which this be, small but notable change in the narrative, after May attacks Kane goes to strike her and Max gets in the way, and then Kane is, like, talking to Max about being able to parry him and stuff, which is obviously not in the original Legacy in either version.
Is that a change that you care about?
Is it a change I care about? Not necessarily. It's just one of those things where, like, it's one of the things that I would bring up if someone were to tell me that Resurrection is just closer to the original Japanese version.
And
where it's like, I know there are differences in Resurrection that are closer to the Japanese version. At the very start of Resurrection, Max wins the duel against Varios instead of being, like, beaten, like in the English version. In Japanese Legacy, Max does win the fight with Varios at the start. So that is a change that is closer to the Japanese version. But so much else of Resurrection is just entirely different. It's a reimagining of Legacy. Like, that's what it is. I feel like calling it more accurate to the original script is disingenuous.
Thank you for the heart
some
reacts.
parts of it may be closer, but
real quick, so if I kill both these thieves, we are just booted.
yes.
Okay.
No, not just the thieves, all the enemies.
Okay, so as long
that
as there's
goblin
enemies.
counts, I believe.
Good to know.
Also, Resurrection's just cringe. I'm just looking at this cutscene. My name is Max. I am an apprentice of Lord Varios. And Kane's hanging with the Max. That name sounds familiar. Ugh, what is this? This pain in my head. Which is just like... It's so comical. Like, they're just starting from the start, like, beating you over the head with they're brothers and he's brainwashed. I don't know. It's kind of silly to me.
Serious Lil says no, just the thieves.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Okay.
He's probably more correct than I am.
Alright, we will be careful to leave at least one thief then. I've not seen
I would trust Lol over me on, like, any topic for Shining Force 3.
Okay. I've not seen doors in the ruins before, so I'm curious about that. I think I've got enough people in there. I just kind of want to pass out. This is my only problem with the 2-map thing. Like, I feel like I should just be passing to, like, play in the ruins for right now. Goddess tier. What does that do again?
Restores MP. They're kind of rare.
But I don't need that. So let's... We've got a really good chance to block him off here, so I think we're going to do that. Because that'll give us time to do the rest. We can't totally block him off, I see. We kind of can, though, if we do that. Oh, well, he'll just go back to the door he came in, right? So, we'll do that. I don't know what's in the door at the end of the hall, but...
Yeah, the King of Guardiana does not mention Ramladu at all in Resurrection.
Seriously,
which oddly...
Steam says I have 1,200 hours in RetroArch, and more than half of that is dedicated to SF3.
That's crazy.
That is a lot. Sorry, though, you were saying?
I was just saying, and that way it feels like it's less accurate to the Japanese version because he doesn't bring up Ramladu at the start.
What you were saying, though, about the Max, like, parrying the blow, too, is what I was saying at the beginning, that I was like, the main reason I've kind of, like, found that claim dubious, that it's more accurate, is just because that I was like, oh, we want that, okay. Was specifically because I was like, then that would imply to me that there's a bunch of cutscenes in Japanese that we don't have. And that's really, like, I feel like if that was a thing, I would have seen it.
Yeah, and it's like there is evidence of one removed cutscene, but that's all we really have. And that doesn't even appear in the Japanese version. It was cut prior to the Japanese release.
Yeah, because that's
so it's like it may be more
before
accurate to the
Chaos.
original script, but like it's not there.
Mhm. You're talking about the thing before Chaos, yeah?
Yeah, the thing before Chaos, where it's like they may have originally wanted that, so it may be more accurate to the very original script to have that there, but that doesn't mean that everything is.
Mm-hmm.
Mouth likes Narsha as a character in the story. She felt like she was supposed to be there even in the original. I wouldn't say that I feel like she was supposed to be there in the original, but I don't mind her introduction. The idea of Ramladu having a daughter who goes to aid the Force is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a neutral change where it's like I appreciate it, but I also feel like we could have done without it, and it really doesn't matter one way or the other.
I like fleshing out Ramladu and Runefaust at least a little bit. Because to me that also kind of makes it more in line with SF3 in a way that, like, I think it does make Runefaust slightly more complicated.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it kind of... I feel like in a way it just kind of changes when we humanize Runefaust.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Shining Force 1 in the original, we kind of over time start to humanize them more, where we meet more sympathetic Runefosters, and by the time we actually get to Runefaust, nobody wants to fight us aside from Dark Soul. Like, nobody else has any interest in actually being against us. It's mainly just Dark Soul's doing his Dark Soul thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Resurrection, that kind of means from the start, they're different than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like it's kind of a neutral change. I feel like it is good to give Ramladu more screen time because he kind of feels wasted as a character in the original. So in that sense, I think it's good. I would have to go back and actually review the scenes with him to feel out whether they were well written or accomplished that in a good way.
Yeah, I probably should say that too.
Because I think that's one of the things is, like, there are a number of things in Resurrection that I do like the idea of, but I can't really vouch for the execution until I view them again. Because it's been, a decade since I've played the game.
I've not seen them fight yet. Interesting. I just don't want Dentaris to get more EXP. Oh, that's map move? That's just out?
Yeah, it's an exit.
Why did the thief not take it?
So all thieves are specifically coded to go to a specific exit, if I remember correctly.
Oh. Okay. I mean, fine with me.
Unless it was blocked by somebody on that turn.
I don't think it was.
I think they must have been, because otherwise I think that is actually the only exit, so...
There we go. And now we
Is that true for all units, lol? I know in Shining Force 1 some characters can't attack without a weapon equipped, but a good number of them can.
To catch up to, DM Sanctum says, I really hate how they flip level 3 and level 4 spell area, though. Felt like it made Magic terrible. I like the way they tried to expand on the story and explain it a bit more. Not exactly a fan of how they did it, but I appreciate the effort. I do really like Narsha as a unit. But dang, is she a friggin' Mary Sue in battle, Meowth says. Starts out so OP and stays that way. Well, at first she's OP because she's basically solo, but yeah, she's very powerful. Yeah, I do feel like her and Moloch are both very, very powerful. Moloch not necessarily in stats, but yeah, just in the cards, but I know...
Yeah, Moloch's gimmick is ridiculous.
Tyrell rants about the cards a lot.
Look, when I was able to, on my very first playthrough of Resurrection, trivialize, like, the second half of the game by getting my overleveled Luke to get a card that gives him flying, so he could just fly to the boss and kill them. It's dumb. Like, that's really dumb.
See, that's called game design, and if you were a developer, you would understand. No.
That's the kind of thing that works well if I was playing like a roguelike and getting a broken thing is just like a thing that happens, and then I'll do a new run where I won't get that.
I think that they kind of, like, were going for that a little
That
bit.
doesn't work in Resurrection, because what you're intended to do is finish the game and then load that save file, which keeps your same cards and ups the difficulty.
You're
supposed to loop it over and over and build up the cards.
I agree it doesn't work, but I do think that's, like, kind of what they were going for, that they were like, no, that's the fun of it. But yeah,
the fun of it is making sure you go back to HQ after every battle so you don't miss a single opportunity to talk to all your characters. And you better go talk to all of them, because they may or may not have something new to say, but if you miss too many of them, you just won't be able to get their conversation far enough by the end of the game and get their card.
Fun!
It's such a bad system. It's so bad.
Hello, Rodrigo Vasquez. What's blind playthrough? It means I don't want any spoilers, and I've never played this before. I have no clue what I'm in for. I don't know anything. And I'm very excited about that. But welcome in. Vanilla SF Chris becomes the best character. My jaw dropped when I worked with her in soccer stat gains post-promotion. I don't know if I would say she's the best, though.
She's definitely the best healer, I feel like, but I don't know about best character.
For me, it's usually Tarasu, because I have trouble keeping... And part of it's just my, like, not being very good at keeping up healers. But Tarasu just comes with so many tools already that, like... If you're not grinding, him being like, I've got Aura, is like, you're the greatest.
Yeah, the main reason Chris is notable is because she has, by, I believe, a reasonable margin, the highest defense of any of the healers and good HP, so she's got really high survivability. Where, like, Tarasu's spell selection is fantastic when you get him, but he also gets one-tapped by, like, every enemy at that point in the game.
That's true.
So unless you grind him up, it's like I'll do the same. Where my healers are underleveled, I field Tarasu just to have an Aura caster, but you really can't afford to let him get hit. Where Chris is a bit more durable and has equally reasonable spell selection.
Well, don't tell me that, Chud King. I actually don't remember what the cover looks like, so now I'm just not gonna look at it.
Don't go look at it.
Nope.
Put
Y'all
some
have
black
got
construction paper over your...
I mean,
cover.
I've got a box sitting on top of it right now.
That box cannot move until this playthrough is over.
It's a box of dried apricots, so it probably will last a while.
You eat a single apricot every stream until in the final one, the last apricot is covering the final boss.
Sounds like... That sounds like a streamer award from somebody that doesn't understand, like, streaming at all.
You're right. You're right.
It's like grandma's first stream. I'm gonna eat an apricot at the end of each stream.
No, it costs 2,000 stream points to make me eat an apricot.
Sounds so lame. I always pronounced it Torasu in my... Torasu? I don't know. I don't fight people because there's so many ways to pronounce these things that, like... And I have no clue.
Especially with the names that have no basis. Like, I know I pronounce Pele wrong, and that's 100% Pel, but... It's so ingrained in my mind to be Pele.
I say Pele, too.
Yeah, I think... I'm trying to remember if you're the only other person I know who does Pele.
He would be a contender for best character for me. Because with just no
work...
One. Yeah, he's just so good.
I think all of it comes down to, like... Again, what your determination of best is. Because like Pele is good in that he joins already good to go, but as far as like actual final stats, he's not really very good.
I don't know. He's been my best centaur almost every time.
Do you ditch all of your other centaurs?
No, I've gone to the end with Ken, May, Ernest, Vanker.
Because I actually ended up finding him still the least impressive to me. I was surprised I ended up preferring Vankar over Pele. But
I feel like Vankar's underrated.
Even Vankar I think Vankar is underrated too. I never liked Vankar, but I used him in my playthrough of like using characters I'd never made it to the end with, and he kind of surprised me with how decent he actually is.
Yeah, he's good.
And I think, for me, I feel like endgame Vankar is better than endgame Pele. It's just, I think Pele joins in a better state, so people use him more frequently. I also feel like Vankar's portrait makes him somewhat unpopular.
I don't know, I like his portrait, but I don't know. Do people not?
I never liked him, appearance-wise, as a kid.
I mean, he's not as cool as Ernest. But, like,
no,
nobody
Ernest
is.
looks great, and then ends up being a pretty underwhelming unit, honestly. I feel like Ernest is actually, in my opinion, probably the worst Centaur Knight in Shining Force 1.
I've just had so many bad experiences with Ken, it'll always be Ken to me.
I feel like Ernest I always bring in when my other knights have ended up underleveled, and he just always fails to bring it home at the end. Like, he just does not get the stats he needs.
Yeah. I don't think Ernest is particularly good. Like, he's definitely on the lower end.
He also suffers from late game SF1 syndrome, where he's massively underleveled, sorry, by the time you get him.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is a shame, because he's super cool, and one of the few Centaur Knights that actually has, like, a tie to the main plot, and he wants to get revenge against Bulzome and whatnot, but he kind of sucks.
Also, I feel very justified that almost all of chat says they also say Pele.
Yeah, I feel very seen. Most people I know all tell me, like, no, it's Pel. I don't know. Growing up, it just looked like Pele. Why would you pronounce that Pel?
Same with Teo and Tao.
How do you say it?
Teo.
I say Tao.
And, like, I think you're probably technically correct. But I'm
not sure. Let me look up her. Let me look at what her name is in that Japanese playthrough I had pulled up. So I'm kind of curious. I could actually look at what the original phonetic spelling of her name is. Nope. Tao. Yeah, it's Tao.
Okay.
Or it's closer to it. It's really like Tao, but it's definitely not Teo.
It's French. Pele. Pele would be P-E-L-E.
Oh, you believe in French.
Silly.
I also feel like with the context that most of us were playing this game when we were, like, pre-teens, we didn't know, like, French names. I've still never, like, seen the name Pel
I have not
in real life. It's like, I now know it's a French name because of people telling me I say Pele wrong, but I've never ever seen that just as a name.
There's the soccer player, but I don't know how his is spelled.
Pele. It's P-E-L-E, I believe, like Justin said.
Okay.
It's Portuguese? He's South American, I believe. He's definitely not French.
Oh, I believe in South America.
Chud, I don't know if I would call... I don't know, maybe Xylo's a mid-game recruit. He's in Chapter 3 out of 8.
I would say he's mid-game.
But I also don't know that I consider him as an exception to being bad, because, like, after promotion, he really struggles. Like Xylo's in a unique position of being a good unarmed unit, but the biggest like death of unarmed units in Shining Force 1 is that promotion murders their stats.
Yeah.
Because everybody else deals with the 15% attack drop by getting new weapons, but Xylo doesn't, so you just lose 15% of his raw attack.
Which as a kid was very confusing.
Yeah. It's real rough.
It's just like, oh, this guy's great. I promote him, and why is he less great?
Yeah.
Which one is the leader?
So it's like, I always like use Xylo kind of until he hits level cap, and then he just falls off, and I replace him with somebody else.
Oh. I like him, but...
I like him, I just, like, I've tried to use him so many times, and after promotion, he can't keep up.
He does really struggle.
So it really is like, as soon as he's not doing damage anymore unpromoted, I just have to drop him.
That hurt. Ah, we can do it back though. Let's go.
Also, Meow's asking how you say Taya from Shining Force 2.
Oh, I say Taya. It took me a second to even realize who you were talking about.
Taya, of course.
HP 1, MP 3, Defense 1. Alright. I want to handle this. You move up, and I don't want you to...
Oh yeah, the Protect Ring is great because you can use it to cast heal.
I see. I'm gonna move you back for now.
I actually ended up using that quite a bit at the end game of Scenario 3, oddly enough.
Really?
Yeah, like, having that heal too is honestly more useful than you'd expect.
Huh?
22 damage. Goodness.
Nice. Yeah, the special moves in this are quite good. That's part of why the loincloth is so fantastic, because a like 12% higher chance to get those moves ends up being really good.
Oh, I can definitely see why. I think you survive a hit. Let's... 10 defense. Yeah, you take 9. What were you gonna say?
I also enjoy, specifically in Scenario 2, I gave Medion the loincloth, because he also starts with, like, you can see that Julian has blades and Symbios has swords, and Medion gets rapiers, which also have an inherent crit boost.
Ah.
So, like, using weapons that have extra crit, which I think halberds also do, and maybe quarrels. Like, I think every weapon has a type that has higher crit. Adding the loincloth to that is just special moves every time you attack.
I see.
It's ridiculous.
I didn't assume that I would carry over my inventory, do I?
Huh?
Do I carry my inventory over to between games?
No, you can get the loincloth in multiple places. I think it appears
okay.
in every scenario. Yeah, no, it's not like you just get your inventory from this game in two.
Because I was like, I so far would probably like what I know about these, I'd probably consider them separate games. But then if it's like, if we carry over inventory, I'm like, maybe less so then.
I think it's kind of funky because, like, without trying to spoil as little as possible, 1 and 2 don't really carry over to each other significantly, although your story decisions in 1 will affect 2. Actually, like, 2 decisions you've made already, 3 or 4 decisions you've made already will affect who you recruit in Scenario 2.
Ooh.
Like, you've already heavily impacted your Scenario 2 party.
Is there, are there characters that, like... Is there a situation where if I get one character, I cannot get another character?
Yes.
Ooh.
And you've already committed to one of those decisions.
Okay. I feel no... I don't care about which way I go on the first playthrough, but on a second, I will definitely make sure to...
I think there's only one instance of that where you either get one character or the other character, and I think that only happens once.
Okay.
I'll glance over the character list, but I think there's only one instance of that. I think everybody else you can get in the same playthrough.
Okay.
But then Scenario 3 really does carry over Scenario 1 and 2 a lot. So it's like, well, 1 and 2 are mostly separate aside from some of your decisions carrying over. 3 really does kind of bring them all together.
Okay, Morrigan and Sirius will both say it happens twice.
It happens twice. I'm curious who I'm forgetting then.
And one of them is quite a game changer.
I'm looking at the character list to try and figure out who I'm forgetting.
It's a shame that probably most of the code from this game is lost, like many other Saturn titles, which is one of the reasons this game will probably never get a remaster. Just imagine better textures. Yeah. And that's something that, like, I think whether we like it or not, companies are gonna do with AI at some point. We already see it being done with movies. So I'm like, games, it's inevitable. And I don't think that has to be bad if humans come in and touch everything up and, like, make it intentional. Because I feel like for the movies so far I've seen it, it's probably been done with some and we haven't noticed yet. Because humans did touch it up and make it intentional. But people notice for movies because it does end up looking really jank at times that it just is not intentional. But I'm like, we could see it with that maybe at some point. I don't know. But even then, I think that Sega, at some point, are they going to make a Shining collection that has all of them in it? That would be step one, I think. Because so far, I don't think we're going to get any kind of remaster or anything like that before that happens. Alright, are you ready for story?
Yeah. Here we are. Now where's the switching point, Julian?
I'm wondering, why are you helping us? I have my own reasons. I need to get on that train at all costs. Well, this is the way.
Follow Julian.
Straight into another battle? There are border guards stationed at the switching point. I mean, if we kill them and get on the train, surely we outpace any message, right?
Imperial royal guards are everywhere looking for us.
I'm never ready for her voice.
There's so many of them. We better take them out now, before they get even more reinforcements. Altares makes a good point, but the situation could change at any time. Take a look at the other side of the track.
Okay. Justin says, well, the switching point. Sirius Lil says we're here at the battle. Jebster says it's time. Interesting. We're sorry we can't walk any faster. Please, everyone, go on without us. Oh no, we choose to flee the Empire together and we're sticking together. We're almost there, be strong! I like that they say go on without us and they immediately nod at each other, like, okay.
Yeah.
Over that mountain is our freedom. If we can get to the switching point, we can get on the train. The hoods just make them look like peasants.
If you need help for the Republic, we put away the mortal guards. What do we do with him, you?
Like what?
You'll be butchered! Butchered!
We should butcher them ourselves! Good night, Justin. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, we're here. The train will arrive soon. Everyone, try to catch your breath. Oh, do we have to save like 5 green units? Is that the problem? I don't remember who this guy was.
I think you voiced I think you voiced him.
Okay. It looks like we've lost the Spirial army. Someday I will have vengeance for the blood of all those lost patriots.
You are a Republican general. Oh, we are so glad to see you. We wish to seek refuge in the Republic. Please take us with you.
So, you intend to take advantage of the chaos of war and sneak into the Republic?
Oh no.
Seek refuge if you must, but our country is at war and sacrifices must be made if she is to survive.
What are you talking about?
The Republic needs able-bodied soldiers. You will either join an army or be stripped of everything you own.
Well, it doesn't seem like they have anything, so...
I thought the Republic was based on fairness and equality, but I see you're no different than the Empire.
That's a pretty despicable show you're putting on, Republican scum.
What? How dare you?
Just as I feared, the Imperial Border Guards.
So, you are the infamous border guards.
You gonna be the infamous border guards?
Leave those Imperial citizens alone. By Imperial law, they shall be punished for attempting to defect. I was after Benetram, but a general will have to do. With your capture, I'll see a promotion.
We're trapped!
You selfish peasants. Only think of yourselves. I'll kill you all, along with the border guards.
Oh no. I see where this is going. Womp womp.
Damn, we've been flanked.
We look at each other like, I swore we were behind rocks.
Border guards, your infamy is well known. I won't let you attack these people so mercilessly. Attack them with more mercy, please. You failed me, Varland. Punishing those that seek asylum within Espinia is against the very principles upon which the Republic was founded.
Oh, I forgot. Benetram is here. Oh, yeah.
Well, well, the Symbios army. I suppose it's foolish of me to ask, but are you here to assist me?
This feels really meaningful. Is this a meaningful choice?
Make your choice.
Crap. I feel like if I say no, we're not recruiting him. But I feel like if I say yes, we're killing all these people.
Do you want to recruit a war criminal?
It's never stopped me in other SRPGs. No, we're not here to assist you.
Whoa. Shut up, you snot-nosed whelp. What do you know? Peace is kept...
His accent keeps changing, but whatever.
Peace is kept between... Because of us soldiers. No country can survive without a military.
You mean who me feels bad and your language understandable. Nevertheless, will be much we could on your voice peacefully.
How many have died from Imperial plots? I've lost so many soldiers. I'll kill every last Imperial soldier and burn the Empire to the ground.
Have you lost your mind, General Varland? You don't appear willing to listen to reason. We will protect those defenseless refugees.